All right, people, what's popping? What's popping? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? You're tuned into the Sunday night live stream. What's good? What's good, everybody? So today we're going to be talking about, how to know she's not going to have sex with you. You feel what I'm saying? So we about to go in. Shout out to everybody in the chat room. We shout out to all the peoples. Shout out to Wardell, G Money, April MC in the building. Shout out to you, girl. Elroy, Jetson, Keith, Joe, Will, Hanash, Andy, MF Simpson. Shout out to Miss J, True Savage in the building. Al L, what's going on, everybody? Fernando, what's good? So everybody, appreciate you guys. Make sure you hit the like button as soon as you come in. You feel what I'm saying? Also, make sure you hit that donate button. You feel what I'm saying? And any of the content creators who fuck with us, hit me up if you want the link. You feel what I'm saying? So we can get this shit cracking. I sent the link to some of y'all already, but if you want the link, hit that shit and we can get it popping. You feel what I'm saying? Right. So today, real quick, we wanted to talk about, how to tell when a chick is not gonna have sex with you. You feel what I'm saying? Where she's gonna basically be playing games. And also remember that the phone lines are open, people. The phone lines open 516-387-1224, 516-387-1224. Donation rules still apply. You feel me? So we about to get it in, man. We about to get it in. So I'll start it off and then you guys can go in and give your take on this stuff. So the reason why I came up with this topic, I was thinking the other day is that there's too many motherfuckers out here who waste a lot of time dealing with girls who are not going to have sex with them, wasting time dealing with girls who don't really like them, wasting time dealing with girls who are just going to basically, just play them. You feel what I'm saying? Right. Shout out to John in the building, Bulldog Mindset in the building. What's going on?
What up, John? What's up, gentlemen? How you guys doing?
Right. Chilling. So so the top we talking about how to know she's not going to have sex with you. So I was saying that, one of the things that is going to make you guys know that a chick isn't really trying to have sex with you, she doesn't find you sexually attractive, or she ain't going to do none of that stuff, right? Is when you first interact with this woman and she's being very wishy-washy and she makes it hard for you to make anything happen. You're trying to make plans with her. She's making it difficult. You're trying to, I guess, let's say you set a date and then she flakes and then she's like, oh, maybe next week or whatever like that. Or you're interacting with a girl and she's very uncooperative. And the thing is that when a woman is really into you, she tries her best to, I guess you could say, be on her best behavior. You understand? She tries her best to impress you. She tries her best to get you to like her. So if you're dealing with a woman and it's becoming difficult, right? If it's becoming a thing where she is making it a difficult process, understand this girl is not trying to have sex with you. And most likely you won't have sex with her. Now, are there times where that could happen and you can still have sex with the girl? Yes. But in a lot of cases, what's going to happen is you're going to be wasting a lot more. You're going to be wasting a lot of time more often than not. Oh, we got my dude, Zagging 20 in the building. What's going on, dude? What's going on? What's going on, bro?
Gentlemen, what's going on with y'all?
What's good? What's good? So what do y'all guys' thoughts on that? Of what are some, I guess, signs or some things guys got to look out for to tell that a girl sees this is not going to happen? You feel what I'm saying? Any y'all can go.
But I'll go first. Miles, you about to say something?
Yeah, no, my shit was muted. That's why. My bad. No, I was gonna say if she don't want to kiss you.
Facts.
I mean, because I was on a date like that the other day, where she asked about my status, and we preach being honest, and you got to practice what you preach, even though sometimes it's gonna obstruct the path to the pussy. Right. But she asked about my status, so I told her what it was. I got a main chick or whatever, and we still I bought the drinks. She was willing to let me try her drink, so I was like, all right, she might be cool with the. And then she was showing me affection, touching, holding hands, this type of shit. When I tried to get the kiss, she did one of these.
See, she
right. And the part that fucked with me is that she couldn't just say, you know what? You got a chick and I can't fuck with you. You understand? Right. She was willing to like carry on the date. Like literally the park that we were in after we left the bar, the park that we were in, one time around is a mile. She literally walked the whole fucking mile with me just so she could continue to get my attention, my time, my energy. Right. Mm-hmm. But she knew she didn't want to have nothing to do with me because of my status. Now, but one thing I would say about this girl, and it's a point that I want to make, is she also had an internet-based business, and she had a style about her that was very kind of masculine in the, you know, the go-getter type of vibe. She had this go-getter type of vibe, and it was kind of masculine to me. And that was another thing that I want to say, like a chick, when a chick is trying to hold a certain level, like for example, I proposed a date to a chick on online on OkCupid today, and she said, "Okay, I'll let you know." She didn't tell me when she was free. She said, "Okay, I'll let you know." So what I'm trying to say is phrases like that, or actions like that, or when you catch a vibe from a bitch that's like a little bit masculine or competitive in that type of way.
Yeah,
that's how, like, you probably don't want to fuck a bitch like that, much less she's not gonna fuck you. It's like you probably don't even want to fuck her, but whenever you get that type of vibe where she's trying to hold some type of level of power and she's trying to like struggle with that shit, that's how you know a chick is not gonna fuck you. Because when a chick wants to fuck you, she's ready to relinquish power to you. Why? Because the best sex in the bedroom is sex when the man is in charge. You understand? Like, I need you guys to understand this. We are the leader of the relationship, and we also are the leaders when it comes to sex. You understand what I'm saying? A woman does her best to entice us, but literally what they end up doing is they give themselves to us. Do you understand what I'm saying? That's what they end up doing at the end of the day. That's why it's a struggle right up until that point when you slip the dick in. When you slip the dick in and you see that O face, that's like her last surrender. Do you get what I'm saying?
Right.
Like when she growl when you slide up in it.
Yeah, when you slide up in it, she's like, oh God, he's got me. You know, like so what I'm saying is, you know, to go with the title of the story, you know a chick is not gonna fuck you when when there's a power struggle. Right. And then like I said, more importantly, if you're paying full attention and you understand game, it may not be the type of chick you want to fuck. You understand? If she's struggling with the power, but you know, y'all could pick it up from there.
Well, let me say this, and you kind of took what I was gonna say a little bit, but I was gonna say that a lot of times women want to let you touch them, and also if you're close to them, and like if you try to crowd their space and they kind of back up a little bit, or like if you face them and they kind of turn their body and kind of give you their side, you know, that's another sign that she doesn't like you in her space. Now, you was talking about she let you touch her. Now, did she let you touch her after you told her about the situation? Okay. Now, let me say this, and I've said this in previous videos. A lot of times, guys misconstrue that as sexual interest.
Exactly.
And it's not. Sometimes women don't mind being affectionate, but they'll still control the situation. Like she tried to control it. And she wouldn't let you kiss her, and she did just enough to be pleasant on the date. She did just enough to where she wasn't a complete bitch, you know what I'm saying? But she tried to control the interaction. And that's another thing when, like, as you were saying, the power struggle. When women try to control shit, women who are naturally feminine and submissive, if they are attracted to you, specifically sexually attracted, they're going to allow themselves to go a little bit with you. You know what I'm saying? But when they have this exterior and this fucking guard up, now that's not to say you still can't lead the sex, but who wants to do all that motherfucking work? I don't. But you know, y'all got it.
Right. I just want to add one more thing real quick. Another thing about sex that's important that a lot of guys don't really, you know, think about, and a lot of people don't really discuss, is there's a level of vulnerability to sex. You understand? On both sides. Like, you know, you're both seeing each other naked, you know, like even during, like, for example, sometimes when I'm fucking a chick, I literally see their eyes roll to the back of their head. Like I'm looking at a bitch and all I see is the whites of her eyes. You understand? If that's not vulnerable, I don't know what is, because she's not seeing me. Like, she's just literally in the middle of ecstasy at that point. You get what I'm saying? So there's a level of vulnerability when it comes to sex. And even you as the guy, like, you know, you're naked in front of her. You know, you're doing your thing. You gotta like have a certain level of, you know, maturity and you know, you got to be able to work the shit. You understand? You got to be able to do shit. You got to be able to perform and all that shit. So when back to the whole power struggle argument, it's like that's why, you know, if there's like when a woman doesn't understand relinquishing power and for her to be feminine and give herself to the masculine, it's like it's like pulling teeth, and good sex can't really happen if that's the case. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'd say part of it, I think the big thing is that you have to figure this out, right? Because it's not a question. It's harder to know if a woman's not going to have sex with you rather than if she will, right? So you got to figure out if she will. That's where it's because a lot of guys, what they'll do is they'll go on a date with a girl, or I just had a guy that emailed me that went on this run with this girl, and I was like, well, what did you do ahead of time to see if she was interested? Because he was confused at the end. He's like, I don't know what she wants. I don't know if she likes me or not. I'm like, you need to learn that up front by asking some kind of question that's going to put. So I was like, when you message her to go for a run, did you say, hey, I bet you'll look sexy in your running clothes, right? See, because if she shows up after you say that, then it's on. Then you know that she will. But if you don't do that, then you're not going to know. You don't have. So you got to filter it out. You got to find out. If you're going to get rejected, you got to figure that out real quick. And I think that's the thing. And then I'd say, like, once you're in the interaction, the thing to test for is compliance, right? If she's willing to jump through hoops, if she's willing to move, if she's not going to move with you somewhere, if you say, hey, let's go over here, let's go to the bar, whatever, and she doesn't move with you, then it's not going to happen. If she's not going to jump through some kind of hoop, if you're not going to make some kind of request and she's not going to be compliant, then there's no way that she's going to do the highest level of compliance, which is to give herself up to you. So if you're not getting low level of compliance, you're not going to get a high level. It doesn't mean that you can't get the low level, but at any time in the given interaction, if you're not getting any kind of low level compliance, you're never going to get a high level compliance.
To John's point, you have to let women know you desire them. Okay, you just can't think, well, ask for a number, she should know. Ask her out on a date, she should know.
Right.
No, she don't know. Okay, you have to let a woman know you desire her, that you're feeling her, because women accept dates with guys all the time they don't want to have sex with. Okay, how do you know you're not another one of those guys?
Facts. And before we go to the call, I want to get Steve's point on this. So 361, stay on hold. But Steve, what's your thoughts on this? Why do you think that? Or what are some signs or whatever that a dude ain't gonna get sex from a chick, or I should say, why do you think these guys be having a hard time to get the sex in the first place with some of these girls?
Because they don't want the sex. A lot of guys say they want women and stuff, but they really don't want women. Number one, but number two, kind of what Bulldog was saying, when a woman begins to ask for favors, when she begins to need rides places, or she needs you to come over and fix something in her house, or she needs you to bring an appliance upstairs, or she needs you to put her Halloween lights up because she can't do it herself. So these are when a woman is always asking for favors, that's when she knows. And then because she knows you can comply, because in most guys' minds, they think this is going to give me sex fast if I comply. Matter of fact, she knows that she's got you when you take her once and you listen to what the fuck she says. When she says, I want a guy like this, and I want a man to do this, and I want a man to do that, and like Bulldog said, but you're complying to her wants versus her needs, like Ma was saying with sex, it's a whole different ballgame. But the thing is, at the end of the day, most of these guys really don't want relationships. They really don't want women because they're scared of the success. They're scared of the unknown and what to do if they got a piece of pussy.
Here's one ironic thing too, the counter of this, right? Which is, because a lot of guys misinterpret this one, is how to know if she is going to have sex with you. If she says, we're not going to have sex tonight. Those are the magic words, right? When you hear that, your ears should perk up, because you know that as long as you don't fuck up and respond to that the wrong way, it's on. Because she wouldn't ever say that if she's not thinking about having sex with you.
Facts. Real talk. Real talk.
I love when I hear that shit. I love when I hear that shit, bro. Like, oh my, and the fucked up part is that this is why guys need to pay attention. This is why guys need to fucking like get on the Bad Boy membership or read a book or figure some shit out, because because I've been in situations where I've heard that, but back in the day when I was still simping on some shit, and I would say something to her like, "But why?" Nowadays, right? But nowadays, when I hear that shit, I just stick my tongue down her throat immediately. Like I don't let her finish her sentence. Because if she's at the point where she's saying shit like that to me, then we're already making out. Like we're already in the zone. Like because that's when chicks say shit like that to me. Now it's like we're making out. It's getting hot and heavy, and she wants me so bad. The pussy juice is dripping down her thigh, and she's like, "I hope you don't think we fucking tonight." I'm like, "Bitch, come on, you're done." Like in my mind, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, "You're done. Give me that tongue. Come here. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't worry about it.
Let's try to let me get this call real quick. 361. Hold on. Why is this shit acting all funny or style right now? Let's get 361. 361. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. I have your boy Miles, he's on some shit. Last night he was on Alfie's podcast. This nigga showed his dick, man. What the fuck is wrong with this dude?
Nigga, if you don't get off the line and stop trolling.
That's a troll. Cut that. We're not giving no light to that whole situation. No light to that whole situation. Just keep it moving.
Exactly. And this goofy ass stayed on the damn line for fucking 20 minutes. Anyway, so like, like what you were saying was true, man. It's like, when a chick says, hey, we're not going to do this, we're not going to do that. The fact that she's saying that or bringing up sex is because she has sex on her mind. And a lot of times women will say that because they want to hear themselves say that to themselves. You understand?
Exactly,
so that they can feel like they're not going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Like one good line that I use as well is I whisper in their ear. I'll be like, "So who are you trying to what's the word I'm trying to convince?" Right. Who are you trying to convince though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I just like laugh at them, and they be like, "Why are you laughing at me?" You know what I'm saying? And then back to the kissing, back to the I remember I was in a bar with this joint, son. Shit was so fucking heavy. The waitress came to take our drink order, and the fucking waitress had to wait on us on some excuse me. Like that's how heavy we were. We weren't paying attention to, and that's bad because I should be paying attention to my surroundings. But shit was heavy, and that was the first night I was gonna smash this broad. So it was crazy. It's crazy. I love nights like that when they say, "Oh, we ain't fucking tonight." I'm like, "Yeah, we are." Like
a lot of times too, they're testing your response to see how you're going to react, because if you react like a whiny little bitch, then they're afraid. Then they can't be safe with you, because then like if they decide last minute that they don't want to, then you're gonna force the issue, right? So they want you to be cool with it, just to act like a good response is just no. Definitely not. No, definitely not. No.
Right.
Anything like that, anything, just agree with them. You know what I mean? That's the thing. And then you just keep on doing what you're doing. And that's
right. Now, real talk. Let's see. We got a 404 on the line. 404. What's popping? Who's this?
What's going on, fellas, man? This 70 plus, man.
What's going on, fam?
Just call in to make up for the last goofy caller.
That's what's up. What's going on with you, fam?
Yo, man, it's funny. I was calling y'all show last time, Miles and K-Zag's show. I was telling everybody about the process. Man, I've been out campaigning again, man. I got one set up for tomorrow and another one set up for the day after tomorrow.
That's what's up.
Then I had I already smashed, man. They wanted to come again.
That's what's up.
So it's really real, fellas. But you mind if I tell them real quick what I do to strike the women out the way to figure out if they want to sleep with you or not?
Yeah, go ahead. Go in.
All right, now this me. I ain't saying this work for everybody. This what worked for me. When I meet the bras, man, not only am I extremely flirtatious in the beginning in their face, but when I get them over the phone, I give them my number because, like I said, I don't accept numbers. I let them text me or call me, and I follow up with a call. Now, when I get you on the phone, it's called consistency. The same brother that I was in their face with their flirtatiousness so that they saw it was real, now they're on the phone with me now that they hear it real. Now they hear it's real.
Right.
So now that they hear it's real, they know I'm not really playing with them. So I quickly get straight to the point. asking them what they trying to do. I let them know who I am and what I'm trying to do. When I kind of back them in the corner like that, I notice certain things that come from some of these women. The women that was never really sexually interested in me, they're kind of appalled by me coming at them straightforward. They hang the fuck up. They get off the phone. They run in the corner. They suggest, hey, you don't want to feed me first. You know, goofy antics that they used to dealing with goofy dudes on a regular basis with.
Right.
And so I stand my firm base and I let them know, like, look, man, if you're not interested in a full massage, coming to the crib, holler at me when you are. My number will still be the same. Give me a call, but as of right now, it was a pleasure talking to you. And I get the hell off the phone. I call the next chicks, do the same thing. Guess what? The ones I talked to today, man, I just literally met them today, flirted with them. They said, okay, she literally, I couldn't even plan today. She literally said, yo, man, what you doing tomorrow? I said, well, come on over. I'm going to shoot you the address.
Right.
She said, all right, well, cool. I'm going to see what you're about. I'm going to see you tomorrow. I talked to another one, said the same thing I said to her. She said she's not free tomorrow, but she said Tuesday she can come over. So I done set about 2 dates. I've been out campaigning, giving out my number. I had like 4 or 5 of them actually text me and got a chance to talk to like those 2. And they already, they was intrigued trying to get up and everything. So if you say something sexual to a woman and she's really appalled by it, a lot of times it's not that they don't like it and they think you're moving too fast. They just not into you. And you have to be socially intelligent enough to pick up on that. Even the most intelligent woman, man, when I say I had doctors come through the door, it's not a class thing, it's just a woman thing. And I'm going to pass y'all back the mic, man.
Now that's real talk. So what do you guys think about that? What's y'all thoughts on that real quick? And 70 plus, thanks for the call. Appreciate it.
Yeah, shout out to 70 plus, man. I wanted to say what he was talking about reminds me of the book Ooh, Say It Again by Alan Roger Curry, where he talks about when a woman calls you nasty. You know, like when you're making a sexual advance on a woman and she says, oh, you nasty. Like, so when he was talking about the woman gets appalled and they react in a disgusted manner or something like that. There's like a fine line between when they can respond a certain way and they could very much be appalled and think you're disgusting and want to have nothing to do with you. But then, according to Alan Roger Curry, he was saying there's another situation where a chick might tell you that you're nasty. And Alan in his book, he says that's music to his ears because he's like, when a woman tells me I'm nasty, that's when I tell her, ooh, say it again, like the title of the book. You understand what I'm saying? And I probably shouldn't be giving that much because you should probably go check out the book yourself. But there was just one quick point about the book. So you guys should go check that out. But it's like you have to be socially aware of the and know how to read chicks. You understand? Because there's a fine line between disgusted and I'm disgusted publicly, but privately I'm intrigued. You see what I'm saying? Because always remember that a chick is about her survival. You understand? And she has to be a lady in the streets and a freak in the sheets. So you have to be able to read the situation and say to yourself, you know, this chick might be intrigued, even though she's telling me I'm nasty and disgusting. So I gotta figure out a way to, you know, check the patterns, read the patterns, and know how to respond with game to still see if there's some type of interest there, as opposed to, you know, some guys, as soon as they hear a negative response, they don't even read it. They hear a negative response and they just automatically turn off. Like Lucario did a video, I think it was yesterday, where he was saying that guys they talk at a chick instead of talking with a chick. Like, you know how you in a conversation you speak and then you let the other person respond and then you read the response. When some guys are just trying to get the words out because they're so nervous. And it's like, so there's a difference between speaking and then reading the response and then just talking, you know, and it's like, well, I'm just talking because I'm nervous and I need to get these words out because I don't know if you're going to even give me the chance to finish my sentence. You know what I'm saying? So game has a lot to do with reading responses as well as, you know, having the confidence to actually say something bold and sexual in the first place.
Well, let me piggyback off what you were talking about, there being a thin line between a woman being appalled and she actually being interested. Most women, if they are truly offended, they're not going to talk to you very much longer after that. You know what I'm saying? They may just walk off without saying a word, or they may curse you out real quick and then walk away. If a woman is sitting there engaging you, So what made you think that was okay to talk to me like that? If they trying to engage you in a conversation, you got the bitch. You know what I'm saying? You got the bitch. Because like I said, most women, if they're not into you at all, they're not going to waste their time fucking with you. Okay, in my experiences.
I think I have a little bit of a different view on. I mean, I think that direct approach can certainly work. You're gonna get a lot of the fish that are biting, but you're not gonna get any of the fish that aren't biting. And so sometimes a little bit of subtlety, more innuendo, and like reading between the lines where what you're saying conveys like a deeply sexual tone to it, but isn't right in your face, is going to get you a little bit further with more girls, but it's going to take you more time. So I think it's just what you're trying to optimize for. If you have a deep pool and you're like, I don't care, like I just want exactly what I want, like the caller said, I just want these girls to come over right now. Well, then yeah, you're going to filter through them, but just realize you're going to be losing a lot of ones that you could have had. But that's fine if that's what you're looking for. But if you're a little bit more subtle, you're going to pick up more of them. And especially, I think when it comes to a little bit more of the girls that are on the higher end of the scale, like the direct is going to be, it's not going to work quite as well. Being more, where you're still clearly communicating something sexual, but you're doing it more in tone, you're doing it more in body language and eye and things that could be interpreted multiple ways, and the way that you're speaking, that's going to have a better effect for getting those type of girls. But yeah, so you kind of got to choose which way you want to go, but I think either
when you're saying subtle, you mean, in my view, you mean experience. A lot of guys just are don't have experience when it comes to women. Something I talked about on my show last night, I was talking like a way to show women sexuality. I was telling the guys who have women to send them an invitation to, one for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of next week to come to your place to hear the story of the sexual ghost that is haunting my hallways of my place. And you come over and
see that, yeah.
When she comes over, you have 4 different rooms: the living room, the kitchen, the bedroom, and the bathroom, where you can give her experiences in every single one. The living room with the wax and the dildo, the kitchen smearing fruit on her ass, the bedroom cuffing her up, with the lights. I always tell guys that could be the blood and make her suck the spirit out of you, suck your dick and swallow at the end of the day. But see, that's the kind of stuff that will get them, versus you trying to say, well, I want pussy. Women want to be simulated, and they want excitement, and they want different. So I totally,
they want to experience.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, like, just from a perspective, I've been coaching a few women lately that have been asking me for some advice. And I was just, this girl had texted me and she was like, this guy messaged me and he's like, I asked him if he was trouble, and she's like, and he messaged back, he said, I'm the kind of trouble that will take you on my motorcycle and then bend you over it. And she was like, how do I respond to that? Because I don't want to like be like, I don't want to completely shoot him down, but like I don't want to encourage that. So, I told her, I'll say, something like, hey, that's hot, but I don't ride motorcycles with guys I don't know. So, right. And then she says, okay, well, he responded back. This guy is a fuckboy, because this guy responded back and he was like, oh, he's asking about my tattoos. And he's like, oh, when I'm railing you in bed, then we can talk about this conversation. Right. And he just kept on going. And she gave me the pukey face. And I'm like she was clearly interested in this guy. Right. Clearly. She was attracted to the guy, but he was so he didn't have any amount of class to him. You know what I mean? He could have communicated the exact same message. He could have said something like, I'm the kind of trouble that will take you on my motorcycle, and then we'll see what happens next. Right? Like that would have said the exact same thing, but it would not have made her be turned off by it. So it's like, it's just a little twist of it where she has to figure out, what do you mean, instead of you just spelling it out, the sexual act, because that's unnecessary, and it's going to lose you a lot more women than it's going to gain you. So I don't know, like that's what I've been seeing from the other side of it too. So
let me ask you a question about that. So was this a woman where they actually met face to face?
No, this is an online that.
Oh, see, that's stupid. Yeah, you don't do that. You don't. At least be face to face so you can read the situation better. You can't read it on. That's stupid.
Right. I was about to say that because a lot of times, I always tell guys this: it's you can't. Well, you could do it whatever you want, but what I'm saying is it's less beneficial to be that sexually direct through text because part of you being direct, which what gives it impact. If you know, because this is the thing: if the girl's feeling you, whatever, she gonna do it. You know what I'm saying? If you got super high interest, you could tell her whatever. You could fucking, you know, sit on your phone and type JKLMNOP by mistake, and she'll be ready to fuck you. Like, hey, what, you know, whatever. If he has really high interest, but in general, what happens is that if you're being that direct over text, right? You lose the tone of what you're saying, which loses the feeling she's gonna get from hearing what you would have said if it would have been in person. You see what I'm saying? So that's the part that kind of is kind of weird about the shit. You feel what I mean? Right. But the thing is, at the end of the day, though, if he was in front of her and he's able to read the situation, then he could be more direct and see how she responds to him being direct. Because if we're talking about like, you know, women not wanting to have sex, if you're saying, hey, you know, how do I tell if I'm not going to have sex with a girl, she doesn't want to have sex, or she's going to be kind of wishy-washy or whatever, is you got to see a woman's response to you being direct. So so in that same situation, if he was like, let's say if he was in front of her and he said, hey, you know, I want to bend you over on my motorcycle and yada, yada, yada. And then you see her face based off of what you're saying, it will tell you whether or not if she's actually really trying to make it happen, if she's actually that interested in you sexually, or if it's going to go down that direction. You see what I'm saying? So that's the thing, is a lot of guys don't know how to read women. You feel what I'm saying?
Even in that case, though, it would be good. And I agree with you, but I say in that case, it would be good to say, if no one were here right now, I would bend you over my motorcycle, because then it's like if it can't happen, but it's if. Whereas it's like if I would like to do this, then it's a lot more pressure. It's a lot more. Whereas it's like, if no one were here right now, that's not impossible. There is someone here, so it can't happen. But then it's putting the thought in the head, and then you're still going to get the exact same, like you're going to get the read, but you're not going to have to risk, you know, blowing up the whole thing just because you said something stupid that you're not ready, that she's not ready to hear at that moment. So it's just being, I think, more so. But you're right, in person it's certainly a different thing. If you can read the situation, you can know what you can say. But definitely online, no.
Another thing I like to add to the whole in-person thing is, a lot of guys don't really understand the power of whispering in a bitch's ear. Excuse me, whispering in a girl's ear. And I want to say, because there's a difference between, hey, you know, if nobody was here, I'd bend you over my my bicycle or my motorcycle and rail you. And then, you know, you get all close and you say, hey, if nobody was here, I'd bend you over my bike and I'd fucking take the life out of you or whatever. But the point I'm trying to make with the whispering thing, right? Yeah. With the whispering thing, it puts you in close proximity, right? And the other thing that you can read is that, because when I'm whispering in a chick's ear, my hands are not behind my back. Okay, when I'm whispering in a chick's ear, usually my hand is around her waist, and as I continue to say what I'm saying, I'm probably slipping it down a little further, and then my other hand is probably, you know, gliding up the middle of her back. And then if she gets excited by what I'm saying, suddenly I start to feel her hands start caressing my arm and then going up on my shoulder and then maybe going on my chest and then rubbing down and all of this type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of guys don't realize that it's so much more, and that's why cold approach can't die. Like, cold approach to me will never fucking die, because even if sometimes if you have enough confidence and you reading the situation carefully, you can do that type of shit on a first approach. So many guys don't even realize the power of that shit, because every guy is they're just worried about being fucking rejected and they have no idea what the fuck to do, really. But when you have a certain level of game and you get close to a chick, and, you know, you're small talking, you know, hey, how's it going? Blah, 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 blah. And then you lean in. And as you continue, you speak very slowly, very relaxed, and then you get into that lower octave of your voice. And as you speak, you start to put your hands on her very slowly. So she's aware, but the process of it it's slow, it's gradual, and it shows that you're relaxed. It shows that you're confident. It shows that you have confidence about what you're saying, and it shows that you kind of it shows that you mean what you say. You see what I'm saying? And she starts thinking, she starts feeling, and that in itself is an experience within itself. So if you're giving off that type of energy right at the beginning, imagine what she's thinking, and then imagine what type of experiences she'll want to have with you later on. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
What you're talking about, my bad, because you're killing 3 birds with 1 stone. Okay, you're in her space. You're seeing how receptive she is. Okay, you're touching her, not too aggressive, seeing how receptive she is, and you're saying shit, and you're doing something that Steve mentioned earlier. You're stimulating her. You know what I'm saying? That shit over the damn text, that ain't stimulating nobody. You know what I'm saying? But you're talking about touching her gently and whispering in her ear and being close to her, and then it's a build up. Okay, and I know LaCour talk about sexual attention, creating and building it. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got it from that one.
Yeah, guys, get them likes up, people. Get the likes up. We got like 285 people watching right now. Make sure you get the likes up, people. Get that shit cracking. Also, make sure you guys call in. You can donate. Call in 516-387-1224, 516-387-1224. We only got 91 likes, people. Come on, hit the like button. Let's spread the game around. You feel what I'm saying? So let me ask the panel this question. So do you think that guys need to sort of step up their social intelligence when it comes to them dealing with women? Because what I see a lot of times is most guys aren't getting sex, not because women don't want to have sex with them, or not even like a woman is not sexually attracted to him, but guys is what I notice a lot. Guys do a lot of shit that they talk their way out of the pussy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's like they do things to make the woman see them as incompetent. So they're like, the woman might have wanted to do something, or she was thinking about it, or she was really interested in making it happen. And then he talked himself out the pussy by not being socially aware of the situation and what was going on in the interaction. So what's your thoughts on that?
When y'all want to go first? I'll go. Okay, well, my thing is this, and John mentioned it earlier with the guy texting. Mm-hmm. Common sense would tell you that there's a certain way, there's a tact that you have. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. When you're online, you haven't met yet. Okay, he could have did a video chat with her. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And did that instead of that typing shit. And what a lot of guys don't understand is the way you interact with women in person, and then the way you do it over the phone, and then the way you do it over the text. All that shit is congruent. If you suck in person, you're probably gonna suck over a text or over the phone. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's to me, it translates. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You're not going to be a good person who can talk on the phone and be all sexy over the phone, but in person you're nervous. It typically don't work that way. Okay. Right. But a lot of guys, their problem is, okay, we know women love sex. Okay, we know women like to be talked dirty to, but it's the way you do it. Okay, it's the timing of it, and it's the way you do it. Just because women do love sex, don't mean you can go up to every woman you want to have sex with and be like, hey, want to fuck? You know what I'm saying? That's not the way that shit works, man.
In 540, I think. Go ahead, Miles.
I was just gonna say, I think there is social intelligence, right? But I think after the intelligence, I think what it really boils down to is being comfortable in your own skin, 100%.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You understand? Because when I think of social intelligence, I think there might be standards that my individual specific personality may not necessarily be congruent with, right? And the thing is, at the end of the day, I'm not necessarily trying to be congruent with that, because I'm trying to give her a totally unique experience. You understand? So I don't necessarily need to be all the way intelligent in social interactions, but what I really, really need to do is be comfortable in my own skin, right? Be confident to whisper something nasty in a chick's ear, and be confident enough to touch her, be confident enough to even to strike out, and for her to be like, ew, get away from me, and push me away or whatever. But the fact of the matter is, I'm so good with whatever will happen, and I'm willing to even do it in, because everybody's like, oh, everybody's gonna see me get rejected by this girl, and I'm gonna feel a certain way, and blah 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 blah. But it's like, I'm still willing to make the attempt. I'm still willing to whisper in here because I'm not worried about what's going to happen next necessarily. I'm literally just having fun attempting to whisper something nasty into a girl's ear, a girl that I don't even know, because I really want to see what happens. I'm curious, but I'm also comfortable with whatever happens. You see what I'm saying? And I think as we get more comfortable, I think social intelligence begins to develop over time once you see the pattern of how women respond to you specifically. You see what I'm saying? Because I think a lot of times when we use a lot of these words, these guys, all these fucking guys who believe in all of these categories and all of these words and all of these terms, they love to just fucking be, well, maybe I'm not socially intelligent enough, Miss Lucario. What can I do to nigga? Just try to be comfortable with yourself first. You understand? So whatever it is you want to whisper in a bitch's ear, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Like if you're a video game dude or you're a nerdy type of dude, be like, girl, I wanna mix some chemicals. I wanna sop you up with some ribonucleic acid, girl, or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? But she may not even know what a ribonucleic acid is. But if you say it real comfortable, real confident, and put that tone in your voice and touch her on the small of her back, like I said, you never know. Like, she'll respond like, nigga, I don't know what ribonucleic acid is, but I'm interested. I'm interested. Like, let's talk about this some more. I just want to hear your voice.
That shit might make her laugh.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
That's cool. It's cool.
Because if we're based on standards of social intelligence and all that, we might try to say, well, what can I say that most women are interested in, and what are the statistics of blah, blah. Because you know how these niggas get, bro. You know how these niggas get.
What does the data say that I'm supposed to say to her?
Yeah, like what's the chances and probabilities that if I talk about a show on Netflix, what's the difference between if I talk about sports? And then maybe, like, come on, man. You see what I'm saying? So the real important part is being comfortable with who you are first, and then everything after that, I think, follows through. You see what I'm saying?
Facts.
100%. Yeah, I mean that's a good example too, like what you said about guys talking themselves out. Like that girl that I was coaching, she was looking to get laid. That's why she was talking to that guy, and he fucked it up. Like all he had to do was not fuck it up. All he had to do was just be a normal dude, and it would have happened for him. That's all that he had to fucking do. Nothing besides that. But guys try and, well, they do, and I think a lot of it online too, because you see another point that like you're saying, Lucario, with like being direct in person, is it takes balls to do that, right? It doesn't take balls to make some kind of sexual comment online. It doesn't take any balls to do that at all. Like, that's easy. Like, you just can spam do that, right? But to do it in person, it takes some balls. So I think that's what, So guys definitely they mess up there, and then it's the questions, right? It's most of the time, I think the way that I see the guys that I work with fuck it up is the shit test, where they answer them wrong. Like we said, the question of, we're not going to have sex tonight, right? Well, if you answer that wrong by being like, oh, why? I don't understand. Like, are you like, we could just, whatever, you're making some kind of whiny, then you're done. Then that's, you've cooked it, cooked the goose there. But and anytime that you're responding to those shit tests in some kind of whiny way, that you're not accepting it, like, you just have to accept it, and then yes and right, yes and like the improv trick, like, you're going to accept that thing, and then judo her into the direction you want to go instead of fighting it, right? When you fight it, that's when guys get into it, and they end up losing the whole thing.
Real talk. So let's. Go ahead.
This comes from the high school thing, man. A lot of these guys carry over high school what they've been doing in the real life. They carry it over from high school. They don't know sexuality, because they feel that being sexual with a woman is something that's thirsty or needy, or something that real men don't do, and something's wrong with me if if I start putting flavor in her ear and flavor in her eye. A lot of these guys, like, I think what Miles was saying that, the way they think is the way they're going to talk, text, and everything. And they know they don't have experience with women. And where we come in at, we know how to be sexual when it's time. We know how to be seductive when it's time. We know how to be sensual. We know how to be smooth. We know how to be kinky. We know how to be freaky. We know how to be dirty. We know how to be nasty. We know how to be all those things. And these guys don't even realize they have those things inside of themselves. They don't even understand. Like, even it's like the average, these guys, all they do is text a bitch. All they do is text. But they don't realize they have other things. They got voice messages. They got video messages. But see, they don't look beyond the edge because they don't have the experience. Because what happens? Okay, what happens if she comes knocking on my door? What am I going to do? And women don't want this, porn type sex with these guys, and that's the problem. That's why these women who get out of high school that go in college as freshmen, they're fucking the older guys because they're getting the experience that they're too sick of. They get in high school. You know what I mean? So,
That's a fact. That's a fact.
Yeah,
It's real talk. So let's get to this call real quick. 5, 4,
Shout out to R. Kelly.
0. 5, 4, 0.
said R. Kelly.
Yo, what's up, Latario? It's Dread. What's going on, bro?
What's going on? Did you donate?
Yes, sir. Always.
All right, that's what's up, bro. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the donation. What's on your mind? What's going on?
All right. Talking about what you got. I'm going to touch on something you guys haven't touched on yet. Is aside from men being too aggressive, turning off women, there's a lot of guys who play it way too conservative and way too close to the vest. Because that could have opposite effect on them. Because a woman could be trying to make a move on them where she could be given.
That's wrong. Can you hear him?
Be attracted to me because I'll admit it. That's a mistake I made.
He cut out for a long time. He got to start over.
Hold on, my bad. You got cut out. I think I pressed something by mistake. Go ahead, say that over again. Not the whole thing, but back up a little bit.
Oh. Basically, guys can make a mistake of being too conservative as opposed to being too aggressive. Like a woman could be giving this guy a signal that she's sexually attracted to this guy. He don't pick up on that, and then she's like, he's not taking the bait, or I'm throwing it at him and he's not taking it. Maybe he's not attracted to me. And the guy messes that up because he doesn't want to come off too strong. He's gonna be like, oh man, I don't want to come off too strong because I don't want to turn her off or anything like that. But if she's sexually and physically attracted to you, you won't have to worry about turning her off or being too aggressive, because if she just right signals, you won't have to worry about that. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys this. Like back in 2014, I made that mistake when I was talking to this one girl. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be different. I'm not going to be all super, super thirsty for sex or whatever. I'm going to play. But I was taking her home for a date night, and she dead ass asked me this question, and I was insulted when I got at it. She said, "We've been talking a couple of months now, and I noticed you haven't tried anything sexual." I said, "Yeah. What's your point?" And she said, "Get this. You're not gay, are you?" I'm like, "Oh, wait a minute. Hell no, I'm gay. What are you talking about?" And then she said, "Oh, it's just that I'm so used to guys trying to have sex with me on the first night." I was like, "No, And needless to say, after that, we did smash. But yeah, the thing is, I learned to never play it that close to the vest again, because there are some guys who tried to smash her on the first night because they were too aggressive. But the thing is, if a woman is really attracted to you, you won't need to play it close to the vest. You won't need to be super aggressive. All you really do have to do is just be yourself, and it will naturally happen.
But you weren't trying to be yourself. You was lying to yourself, because what did you say? You knew you wanted the pussy, and instead of being a fucking man about shit, you wanted to play pissy sticks with the bitch. This is y'all's problem, man. Y'all sit around, a man, there is no conservative when you deal with a man. Because a man is always leading shit. So the shit you saying is like some cockamamie weak ass shit, brother. That's weak as fuck. The problem is with guys like you saying shit is that you don't know what the fuck you're doing when you get around women. So you make shit up. That's the issue here. If you are a man and you know what you want, you know how to get what you want. See, and one thing I want to say is the problem with this is that you and I can say the same thing to the woman. I bet you I'll make her pussy wet with what I say versus you turning her the fuck off because you worship fucking women. You see, y'all always go with this thirsty and needy shit. The only way you're thirsty and needy is if you put a woman in front of your fucking self. And most of y'all motherfuckers do that all day. So whatever the fuck comes out of your mouth is going to come out weak as fuck versus a man that knows who the fuck he is. That's going to happen, man. But all that shit you saying, man, I'm surprised she gave you the pussy.
See, my thing is this. Go ahead, caller.
behind you. So, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say that. See, people got to understand that there's balance. You got to have balance in the game. You understand what I'm saying? So some guys will, because you were asking, if a guy is being too, quote unquote conservative, is that a good thing, or should he go aggressive or whatever? It's all about balance. Because even when you, for example, when you're being direct with a woman, this is what confuses guys, because they always hear, oh, well, I want to just fuck, so I just walk up to a girl and be like, yo, I'll suck my dick or some shit. And then they wonder why shit ain't going. They're like, this shit doesn't work. These girls ain't going to want. I'm like,
yeah, this shit doesn't work.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But there's balance. So you can be direct with a woman. But again, this is what I talk about, where you have to know how to fucking talk to people just in general. You got to have that intelligence. So if I walk up to a girl and I'm just, I have a regular conversation, but I can still be direct. Hey, how you doing, miss? What's going on with you today? What's your name? Stacy. Stacy, nice to meet you. My name's Locario. Listen, I came over here because I thought she was really attractive. And look, I'm not really into the whole dating thing, but I think me and you should definitely get together and hook up sometime. What you think about that? Right? I'm being direct, right? I'm letting her know what it is, but I'm not, I'm not sitting there being goofy, just rolling up on a chick like, yo, let me fuck you in the ass. And that's the first thing that's coming out of my mouth, because I'm interacting with her and doing that. But on the flip side too, you don't want to be too, like friendly and timid, because then now she's gonna look at you like, what is this guy doing? He's, that's how you get put in the friend zone.
She's gonna be like,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she's gonna be like, oh man, I'm going into this guy. He's not taking the bait. Oh man, I guess he's not interested.
Right. Or he just being a pussy. You know what I'm saying? So it's either one of those things.
You're just being a bitch. Yeah.
Right. You know what I mean?
And a large part of it is being able to read the signals and then advance faster when you're getting those green lights that indicate, right? Because you could go from 0 to 180 in a very short period of time if there's green lights all the way. You know what I mean? So you're testing. You're like, okay, when I move in, all right, I just put my arm on my hand on her arm. Okay, what did she do? Right? Did she move back in? Like now it's like, okay, now I'm gonna move. You're constantly upping it. It's as long as you're getting green lights along the way, right? If you're getting a little bit of yellow, you're getting a red light. Now you can't go so fast. It doesn't mean that you're done. It just means that you gotta, but if you sometimes you get the signals all the way along the way, and then you can go there really quickly. So it's about that, and that's something that you can't really you can't teach. There's none of us can tell you how to interpret that. You have to get experience, and you have to be in that situation enough times so that you can read those signals and then know where to go from there, because there's not one particular thing, and you can't say, oh well, if she does this then do that. And again, like Miles was saying, it's not formulaic. Guys are they want the formula, and there's not one.
Right.
Well, they're trying to bring logic to the dating game, and you can't bring logic when emotions involved. So that don't work. Two things, because the caller said something about aggressive, and there's a young lady in the chat that says aggressive guys are annoying. The operative word is assertive. Okay.
Right.
Be assertive.
Right.
Not passive and not aggressive. Okay. There's a fine line between being aggressive and assertive. A lot of guys, they misconstrue it, and they don't. Again, you can be tactful, but still get your point across to the woman that you desire her sexually. You can do it with tact. You don't have to say a bunch of crazy shit. Okay, you don't. You know what I'm saying? You can say that when you're actually fucking her. You know what I'm saying? But just a thought. So to the caller, bro, be yourself. A lot of guys they get into their heads because they believe, well, I think women want this, so let me be this way.
Right.
Okay. And the problem with being that way is the first time it works with a chick, you're gonna think it's gonna work all the time, and then you're gonna continue trying to be that way, and then it's not gonna work, and then you're gonna find yourself switching up. You know what I'm saying? Every time, instead of just being yourself, being assertive, because women know what you want. Women are not dumb. You know what I'm saying? They know that you want sex from them. Now you can confuse them with some goofy behavior, but for the most part, they know what you want. Yeah. So you might as well, like Steve was saying, just man up.
Right.
Man, the fuck.
And I'm actually glad you pointed out too, K Zagan, because a lot of guys, they try to use the same tactic with the same women, and then they wonder why they keep striking out. I'm like, wait a minute. This worked on her. This worked on Ashley, but this didn't work on Brittany. What did I do wrong? You didn't do a damn thing wrong.
Anybody want to take that?
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was. That's what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, like, I explained this in detail on the Game Kings documentary that, at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck what the chick wants. I don't care what she's thinking. Like, what I'm thinking is what's most important. And I have to be confident. I have to be comfortable. And I have to be like K-Zag said, assertive, right? Assertive means expressing myself to the fullest of my identity, to the fullest of my character, right? Aggressive is going beyond that. You understand? If I know I'm a smooth, cool, confident dude that has a smooth sexual nature about myself, and I want to express that to a female, then that's me being me, and that's me being assertive.
Right.
But being aggressive is, bitch, I'm trying to fuck. I want to, you know what I'm saying? And like Zach said, you could do that while you're fucking her. Like, you could talk all that crazy, dirty shit while you got your dick inside of her. But before that, just be exactly who you are. You don't need to, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to go overboard, but you also don't need to play it safe either. Because again, once you're comfortable, you're not worried about the outcome necessarily. And that's the problem with so many dudes. Like we had a caller the other day where he met the girl that she was a 6-figure chick and she sold art, and she was like, 8 years older than him. And he usually tried to fuck on the first date. But he tried to treat this girl different, and he fucked up the whole situation with her. You see what I'm saying? He said he usually get the pussy on the first date because didn't he go back to her crib, or she came to his house or some shit like that?
Happened, and then he just was like, "Oh, I don't want to fuck her tonight."
Yeah, and then he played it off, and then he said he went to another bitch crib and fucked her,
right?
And tried to lie to himself and say that he was tired. He listen to what I'm saying. These fucking guys kill me, man. He tried to lie to us and say, "Oh, a part of the reason why I didn't want to have sex with her is because I was tired." But then he said, "Yeah, but then I hollered at one of my other bitches that same night, and then we fucked like 3 times." And I'm like, which is it, bro? Like dudes don't know who they are even when they're trying to come to us for help, bro.
Right.
You don't know who you are when you're trying to come to us for help. When you call up and try to talk to us, it serves you the best to be honest, bro. Because the reason why you struck out with the bitch is because you were not honest. Let me tell you something. There's a difference between being yourself and a chick not being interested, and trying to be somebody else and striking out with a bitch. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Because when you're being yourself, whatever happens is the experience that you were supposed to have. Yeah. And as a man, you have to just be grateful and satisfied with that and keep it moving, because that's what men do. We go through shit and we keep it moving. You understand? But when you're out here trying to be somebody else, when you're out here lying to yourself, and then at the end of the day lying to the bitch, it's like, then you're gonna look back at it and say to yourself, "Man, I wonder if I was honest about shit and just was comfortable with who I was, if it would have worked."
Right.
And that's what's really gonna fuck with you. That's the part that's gonna fuck with you, because it's like, damn, I'm gonna have good and bad outcomes whether or not. So why not just be myself? You see what I'm saying,
bro? This is why the pickup artist tactics and schemes and pickup lines, that's why that shit don't work. Because you're taking what someone else does, you try to implement that shit in your little repertoire, but you don't have the same personality as that guy. So it's not going to work. And this is why I know they used to have a thing called PUA hate, is because these guys was telling guys, well, if you say this, and you say this, and you say that, you'll get bitches. And these guys were saying shit that wasn't part of their personality. Women can tell. When you talk to chicks and you say certain things to them, they can tell that something's a little off kilter about what you're saying, because what you're saying, it doesn't come off natural. It doesn't jive with your whole aura in your presentation. So they can tell when something is off. It's just like if you're talking to a mother. I used to talk to dudes, and I could tell if they were lying to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I could just tell that how you're presenting yourself to me and your aura and your energy versus what you're saying, the shit ain't jiving with me. It ain't adding up. So when women ain't stupid. Women can tell. This is why you're better off being yourself. And when you get rejected, it ain't no big deal. You know what I'm saying? Stop being outcome dependent. But guys want to have sex so goddamn bad. You know what I'm saying? Because when guys meet chicks, they thinking about next week. They're thinking about tomorrow. No, just chill in the moment. Enjoy the moment for what it is. Even if the chick rejects you, it's cool. You could walk away. All right, miss. Well, you have a good night. Been nice talking to you. And walk away. But guys walk away like their whole night is ruined. Like my shit is fucked up. No, man, it's just beginning.
They know that in the first 10 seconds. Within 10 seconds, they know what you are. And at that point, they decide what you're going to be to them. And a lot of guys understand that without you getting any pussy and all that. She knows that, listen, women have got this sixth sense where they can tell experience. Experienced guy is not making it about the pussy because he gets so much of it. He's saying you got to be more than just a fucking round ass and some titties. And that throws her off her square if she ever has one. I call it a circle, but it throws her off and shit because she's not used to it. Why? Because all these women always bitch about, I want someone to know me from my mind, and why do they have to want me just from my body and all this? And then they meet a real guy that challenges them on that. They get thrown off, but they get turned on at the same time because they're like, wait a second, why isn't he going after me like all these losers out here who I'm not going to sleep with? And it's just like when y'all are in the mall, when y'all go to the mall and in the kiosk, that guy's trying to sell you a phone. He always like, hey, how you doing? You automatically know that he's trying to tell you something. This is just as fast as when these guys try to talk to these women, they can smell pussy. They have them, so they can smell them on the majority of these guys who don't know how to get it.
Right.
There's a really good Ralph Waldo Emerson quote that goes, what you do speaks so loud that I cannot hear what you say. And that's the shit right there. That's it.
I like that. I like that. So. I like that.
Now that's some real shit. So man, caller, we appreciate the call, my brother. All right. You gotta holler at you, man. Appreciate you.
All right, thank you, fellas. I appreciate it.
Peace. All right, guys. So the caller number is 516-387-1224. Somebody in the chat with somebody they wanted to call in, donate, hit the donate button at the top, and then call in. You feel what I'm saying? Real easy, real simple. You feel what I'm saying? Ain't nothing to it, but that, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think that's like Miles, what you were saying about guys that they it's like there's so many guys that just do so much shit, but they're not really being authentically themselves. You see what I'm saying? So then when you got, this is why a lot of these guys be fucking up because, and like K Zaga was saying with the whole pickup artist thing, is that dudes are trying to find the perfect thing to say or the things to do to get the girl because they don't realize, and this is the problem with a lot of guys. If guys actually realize they were talking to a person, you understand, when they deal with women, then their situations with women would work out better. Because like I was saying in a different video, I was like, yo, dudes be talking at girls. Like, and it's ridiculous. And then when a woman sees that you're talking at, it's almost like, it's just like when you meet a salesperson, right? Like you ever be just in the street somewhere or you somewhere and somebody's trying to sell you something and you're like, you're like, oh, yo, I'm good. I don't really, you know what I mean? But they keep coming with the spiel. And I'm like, yo, take a second to realize what the fuck I'm saying. I'm good. You feel me? Like they don't even, you know what I mean? They don't even like have the conversation. They won't even ask you, oh, so are you interested in this? And
right. It slices, it dices. And if you act now, you can get two. And your mother will like it, your sister will like it, everybody like it. Right.
You know what I'm saying? So these guys, when they be approaching women, they be like, hey, what's going on? What's your name? What you doing? Yo, listen, let me get your number though. And she's looking like, yo, like chill, what the fuck are you doing? Like calm down. You know what I mean? And so they're not really flowing with the situation. You know what I'm saying? But K-Zach, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, because you use the analogy of people pitch themselves to you, they haven't made a connection.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's the problem. Mm-hmm. And a lot of guys, when you just talk at people, you have yet to make a connection with them. So all that shit you're saying is like boom, 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 boom. You want shit to seep in. And I know Steve used the word impactful. Make impactful statements. A lot of what you're saying, because I always say, like I think you had a video, LaCarrie, where a guy called in and he said the first thing he said when he walked up to a woman was, "Hi, my name is. What's your phone number?"
Right.
Like, what the fuck? It's like. Who does that?
733 gonna get to you in a second.
So I'm gonna go ahead and close it with this. Gentlemen, make a connection. Okay. Then get into what it is you really want from the young lady. Make a connection first, and you'll know when you made one based on her response to you.
Right. Facts. Real talk. So let's get 732. Oh, he just hung up. Y'all motherfuckers be calling him right when I'm about to get on. Y'all be hanging up. But the caller number is 516 387-1224, 516-387-1224. And a lot of times the reason why guys be talking at women is because they trying to get all the shit they want to say out because they think, look, all I got to do is say this stuff and then she'll give me the number. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I'm trying to get it all out so that she could just give it to me. You feel what I mean? Because it's like they treating it like they're dealing with a machine. It's like, oh, I got to just do this one thing, then step 3 and then step 4, and then after that she's gonna. And it's like this is why dudes never really make anything happen, because part of your success with dealing with women is gonna come from you understanding about having that connection in the interaction. You see what I'm saying? And being able to interact with her so that she feels like she's about to be part of something interesting. You feel what I mean? So it's like, that's the thing, is that the guy, he's talking to the girl saying, he's basically saying, hey, listen, I need for you to fuck with me so I can get what I want. But he's not thinking about what the fuck she wants. Meaning he's not thinking about what is going to be mutually beneficial for me and her in this interaction. You understand what I'm saying? Just like if I'm trying to sell you something, I still have to say, what is this product? How's this product going to benefit the customer? It's not just me saying, hey, give me your money. You feel what I'm saying? Because why would you just give me your money? You see what I mean? There has to be a beneficial situation going on there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, guys forget that women are kind of like flowers, like a bud, right? You have to open, you get them to open themselves, right? You have to open them, and that's and if you're not doing that, you're not going to get anywhere, right? So it's like it's the process of it. It's a gentle process to some degree, right? Where she opens herself to you, and then when she opens herself to you, then she gives herself to you. But it's not going to happen unless she opens herself, and she's not going to open herself unless she feels comfortable with you, and unless she feels you're being genuine and honest in your interaction. Even if it again, like you guys are saying, it doesn't necessarily matter what you're saying. It's that what you're saying is congruent with who you are and what you desire. You're telling her who you are by how you're coming across, and that's what's going to get her to open, as opposed to I'm just spamming some stuff trying to get some stuff to happen. That's not going to happen. It doesn't matter. Even if you get the number, what good is that going to do you if you have a number for some girl that has no connection at all with you, that you don't mean shit. Right. It doesn't matter. You're not going to go anywhere from there either. So
let me add this, because a lot of guys always say it's all about looks. Most women aren't fucking guys strictly based on looks. Okay, does it happen? Yes. But if you had a woman, for instance, let's say you had a woman, she slept with 50 guys. Okay, the vast majority of those guys, probably 75%, 90% are going to be guys she had an interaction with, where they actually talked, and that made her want to have sex with him, not just simply his looks. See, a lot of guys don't understand your behaviors can literally go from she wasn't really interested, but now she is, versus she was interested, but you fucked it up. You know what I'm saying? Because a woman can see you. A woman can be sexually attracted to you simply based on your looks, but then you start talking, and it don't add up, because she expected you to be a certain way based on how she felt about you when she saw you walk through that door. But it's not adding up, so she loses interest. And part of that, I mentioned earlier about being assertive. When you're passive, okay, what a lot of guys don't understand, when you have passive tendencies, women look at that as inexperience. They look at that as you're not very experienced with women. And women don't know you, okay? And one thing that women hate is bad sex, okay? And, they hate adding to their body count. So before they sleep with you, they have to feel like, I like him, I'm feeling him, but I think he knows what he's doing. I think I'll be good to go in bed.
You know
what I'm saying? Come on, make it make sense, gentlemen.
This true freedom needs to choose slavery, man. It shows you why y'all ain't getting any pussy by that statement right there.
That most approaching is worshiping. Hilarious.
This is why women don't want to fuck with y'all motherfuckers. Y'all think this weak ass shit. You worship and choosing approaching the women. What the fuck you gonna do? Sit there and let the pussy stork come and drop your woman at your door, motherfucker? Crazy about these motherfuckers, man. This is why women treat y'all like a bunch of bitches, because y'all are too fucking scared. Like I keep telling y'all, these guys here have no idea what to do. And I do this on my show all the time. What are you going to do when she's at the door? Well, I'm going to just grab her, take her clothes off, and get it on with her. And it's the same person that's talking like this, talking about approaching as worshiping. Well, guess what? I approach and I worship me. So you're right. I worship me, but I don't worship a woman, because women ain't shit. But apparently you think women are so special that just because you worship them, doesn't mean we worship them. The motherfuckers on this panel worship themselves. And that's why you need to be more choosing slavery than freedom, young man.
I don't know where these guys get this shit either. It's like asking her number, you're just validating. Oh, well, how the fuck are you gonna make some shit happen then? What are you gonna do? You know, you got to give her some amount of validation.
Right.
What the fuck is wrong with y'all, man?
Well, you're gonna be like, you're gonna be fucking her, and you're gonna be like, yeah, I don't like you though. I don't like you though. I don't like this. This is disgusting right now. But you know,
the thing I think a lot of guys don't understand when it comes to life in general, like the things that you go through, the things that you experience, is for the development of you. Like these guys, just because you're trying to get something, you're still forgetting that it's about yourself. Like it's about the journey of yourself and the the person that you develop to get to a certain goal. So if the goal is pussy, it's not about the pussy. It's about the changes that you had to go through to get to the pussy. You understand? It's like going to the gym. It's not about the dumbbell that you lift. It's about the effect that the dumbbell has on your body.
Absolutely.
You understand? It's like guys put, again, this is why we have the slogan, the truth is inside you. Everything is inside. Like everything is about inside and then what comes out. Like talking to the girl is not about, we tell y'all this all the time. Hollering at bitches ain't about bitches. Getting pussy is not about pussy. But I mean, it sounds like some dumb metaphor. It sounds like we just on the internet trying to be deep for no fucking reason, right? I get it, yeah. But I'm so serious though. I'm so serious.
Yo, this shit, some Buddhist shit.
Like trying to be virgin, you are like whatever. Like it's so stupid, man. Like no pussy do you get, young Skywalker. Like you know what I mean? Like no, bro. Like getting what you want out of life has nothing to do with the thing. It's about the changes. It's about the journey. It's about the experiences that brings you to the point.
Right.
You understand? Because even like Steve says, if any one of these bitches that you claim that you want come knocking at your door, what do you do? What do you do? You see what I'm saying? And a lot of guys don't understand that the rejections are not about being rejected. The rejections about the effect it has on your character and how you build and how you grow as a result of those interactions and those quote unquote rejections. But they're not really rejections. They're different things to help you develop as a man. Like they're different because it's like, yo, I said this on another joint. I said, if you're always successful, when do you get a chance to learn anything?
Right.
If you go through life and every single person you ever speak to tells you yes to everything, when do you actually learn how to strategize so you can bypass the no, or you can work around the no, or learn how to turn a no into a yes? You understand what I'm saying? This is why you got to look at like kids born into a rich family. They're fucking weak. Yeah. They're weak. Like if you fucking drop them into the middle of the hood, they won't last 6 hours. Like they're done. You see what I'm saying? But you take a kid from the hood, and he know how to hustle. He know he got a gift of gab. He knows social intellect. He's socially intelligent. You can put him in the hood and he's okay, and you can take him to a fucking black tie event and he can still survive. You get what I'm saying? Because he knows he has adversity under his belt. He has obstacles, challenges, difficulties. He's been through some shit that gives him more armor, gives him more experience and wisdom than the average person who just grew up in a rich family and who knows nothing. You see what I'm saying? You
can only evolve through failures. You know what I'm saying? That's it. You know what I'm saying? Because you can sit back and say, because a lot of times, like you said, Niles, if you're successful with everything, or you get everything you want, you won't know how to attain it. You know what I'm saying? Once it's all gone. But if you fail at things, like if you try to start a business and it fails, you can trace your steps back and say, this is why I failed. I didn't put enough hours. I didn't have a great business plan. I trusted the wrong people. Whatever the case may be, you can find out and then do it better the next time out. But if people just give you shit, and then when you fail, you're looking like, I need someone to help me. My safety net is gone. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what you mean about people who are born with a silver spoon in their mouth and they're given everything. But what happens when everything is gone? They're gonna be destitute.
All right, I'll give you an example, right? So I'm training for a 100-mile race right now. I'm gonna run. I did like a 20-mile run yesterday, 18-mile run today. There's no reason to do this. Like someone was asking me the other day, like, why are you doing this race? Are you going to try and win? Are you going to make money? I'm like, no. What? All I'm going to do is fucking exhaust myself and put myself through a bunch of shit. But I'm putting myself through a bunch of shit for a reason. The reason has nothing to do with any kind of money. I'm not going to win any kind of fucking race. It's because of what it will be, who I'll become in the process of doing that. Like, you put yourself through the shit in order, because I want to become something greater. I don't want to get a medal. I don't want to get an award. I want to become something greater. I can only reach my capacity in life if I'm tested. I have to be tried, and I have to keep on pushing myself to a harder level. And it's the same thing with game. All these guys are, like you said, they're trying to get pussy. They're trying to get women. They should be doing game for the love of game. That's what it is, because you have to love the game. If you don't love the game, you're not going to be successful. You have to do it just for that love of the game. Because why do you love the game? Because it makes you a better man. That's why you love the game. Because every time that it's like, I was just talking to a guy yesterday, and he was like, oh yeah, I'd like to win the lottery. I was like, the worst fucking thing you could ever happen would be if you won the lottery and you got $10 million. He's like, no, I would love it. I would appreciate it. I'm like, no, you would, for a couple of days, maybe a week or two, you'd be sitting there one day in the club. You'd have all these fake friends around you who are calling you the man and shit while you're popping a bottle, and you got all these girls around you, and you will have some real fucking soul searching there when you realize that you're a piece of shit because you don't deserve any of this, because you didn't earn any of this. And all these people and everything you got is because you got lucky, not because you earned that shit. It's a big difference when you earn that shit. Like all these guys, they want the result, but they don't want to do the work to become the person. And if you had, even the black pill guys, they're like, if they were all Chads magically transformed fucking into Chads, and they thought then they're going to get all these bitches now, they would not have earned it. They would not have made their way there, and it would be empty. It'd be an empty victory. What you don't earn is meaningless.
Lucario, we just saw this with this Jessica Alba thing. I don't. Why would a man, number one, worried about what we doing with our dicks? That's kind of gay right there. But
right,
I don't think he understands who the fuck he talking to on this panel and what the fuck we can do with women.
Mm-hmm.
You think he give a fuck about a Jessica Alba?
Mm-hmm. Because that shows where his head is at. That shows his love game and where and how he views women and how he views the world and how he views the game. Because this is what kills me. You got 5 real deal motherfuckers on here right now, and that's the type of shit you be texting, putting in the chat. So
in love, man. You take shit, man.
Right. So they said, what are you guys' opinions on going to therapy? What's your thoughts on that?
Make sure your therapist is a man, whatever you do.
Well, let me say this real quick. I'm gonna answer that, but let me say this about the guy with the Jessica Alba thing. A lot of these guys, in my opinion, they come in here in the chat and they just say outlandish shit because they're not getting attention in real life.
Right.
And they can come get it here. Because they know we're gonna react to some of the goofy shit they say. And the bad thing is they always talking about validating women, but y'all worse than these bitches. Y'all in here attention seeking. What the fuck is that about? Okay. So about therapy, I went years and years ago. I had anger issues. So and it was interfering with some shit in my life. And I said I got to get the shit under control. So I went to a therapist myself. It was a man. Okay, I went. I talked to him about some shit. Got a lot of shit off my chest that I couldn't talk to other people about. And it didn't necessarily take everything away, but at the time it alleviated a lot of the shit that was going on that I was holding on to. You know what I'm saying? Because I had issues with my father and shit. I mean, he was in a house. So I grew up with him in a house, but he was just a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? So I had a lot of issues that I kind of internalized, and I showed that shit to other people instead of just dealing with it directly, which I learned how to do that, and that shit worked wonders for me. So you have to go for the right reasons, but you're gonna be vulnerable, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna speak about some shit with a motherfucker you don't even know. and then you're gonna end up saying some shit, or you're gonna drudge up some shit that you didn't know was there, or you push way down, and you gotta be ready to deal with that, but you gotta be ready to have that self-reflection and make that change. Because going to a therapist and just talking about some shit, but you don't apply that shit, to your life. Because a therapist really can't tell you too much. All you're doing is unloading your shit. You know what I'm saying? On somebody who get paid to listen to you fucking talk. You know what I'm saying? Now he can give you some steps to take, but really the only person that can really fix your problems is you.
As far as therapy goes, I think if you need it, I think we as coaches, we're not professional therapists, but we're just like therapy.
Yep.
But for a man, again, if you need to go like Kay Zagan, as a man, I can't knock Kay Zagan for what he does as a man, because that's what men do. You know what I mean? I can only respect it and appreciate his honesty. For me, that's why I always tell guys, I always self-reflect. At the end of the day, I look at what I did and I say goodbye to the old me and welcome the new me tomorrow. But I look at all the things I did right versus what I did wrong, what I needed to do versus what I didn't do, and the proper adjustments I need to make. But, we're not professional therapists, all of us on this panel, but, we are here, like Kay Zagan said, we're here to help some of these guys. But the difference between Kay Zagan and these guys is Kay Zagan took information and utilized it. Kay Zagan was honest with the therapist and told him most of these guys talk to us, they lie, they come out lying, they come out making up shit, and then they don't even want to do the stuff we tell them to do to get themselves right.
Right.
And I'll tell you something, about what a lot of guys are doing, which is wrong, which is that your girlfriend or your wife is not your therapist.
Facts.
And when you share that shit that's on your heart with her, she's going to give you a pat on the back. She's going to let you cry in her lap, but she's going to think in her head, she's going to be like, this man is a weak bitch. That's what she's going to think in her head. She's not going to show it in her face, right? But the next time you want to have sex, she's gonna have a fucking headache, right? She's not gonna be attracted to you. So here's the thing. Here's the thing for you guys. Listen to me, all right? You got it fucking backwards. What you need to do is, in front of your woman, you're strong. You don't show any weakness.
Yes.
Okay. You in front of the world, in front of your woman, you're strong. You're a man. You present that strong front. Yes. What you need is a group of guy friends. Okay. Right. And a lot of you guys, you have it backwards. What you're doing is, in front of your girlfriend, you're being vulnerable and weak. In front of your guy friends, you're trying to be all macho, fucking, I'm the alpha. Right. Okay. You got it fucking backwards, because in front of your girlfriend or wife, you need to be strong. In front of your male friends, okay, you got. So I'm not just talking about just some bros that, like, I'm talking about some good guys that you fuck with that got your back, right? Though that's where you're vulnerable. In that close circle of male friends, that's where you share your shit. That's where you get that shit off your chest, because those guys are going to lift you up. They've been through the same shit. Okay. They're not going to talk about your shit to someone else. Right. And they will support you, and they won't think you a weaker man in that environment. The world will, your girlfriend will, your wife will. Right. But so many of you guys got it backwards. You want to find some girl so you can cry on her shoulder, and you think it works vice versa, because you're the one, she cries on your shoulder. You're the pillar. You're the fucking rock. That's why you're a man. That's why you have balls, okay? And you don't have a pussy, all right? So you provide that, but she doesn't provide it back. Your male friends, your tight circle of guy friends, that's where you're going to get your best therapy.
Facts. Now I'll be telling April, like, yo, I cry, I'm going to go to the bathroom. You ain't gonna ever see that shit. You feel what I'm saying? The door's gonna be locked. You ain't even gonna know. You're gonna think I'm just taking a shit. You feel me? Because you can't, like, what John said is true. You can't do that shit, man. You cannot, because and this is what trick a lot of guys, is because the woman will say, oh, it's okay for you to cry, don't worry. And so it's like, oh, it's okay. She said it was okay. No, you can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do that. But as far as the therapy thing is concerned, what happens is like, I think a lot of guys in this whole, like, manosphere, quote unquote, space should get therapy, especially like the black pill dudes. You know what I'm saying? Like the dudes that's like, oh, it's over for me. Nobody loves me. I can't get it. Like, those guys need therapy yesterday. You understand what I'm saying? Like, these guys really need to talk to somebody, because, they're in this, and I say this, like, like what, I'm not trying to even make fun of them. I'm like serious, like, because the stuff that I hear from them, that shit sounds crazy. You understand what I'm saying? Like it's so delusional and all over the place. And I feel like that's not going to do nothing for them in the long run. You know what I'm saying? And then that turns into guys who, you know, turn into these like what do you call it? Like some of these incels and like the Elliot Rodgers of the world and all that other shit. You feel what I'm saying? That go out and do crazy ass shit because they needed to speak to somebody. They needed like actual professional help. You feel what I'm saying? So I think that's some real shit. You know what I mean? I think dudes need to really be up on that, man. That's crazy. That shit crazy. But now what you were saying about the whole thing of not showing that weakness in front of your girl is because what guys don't understand is women are not designed to deal with that. So you can't just be all crying in front of your girl and think, oh, but you're supposed to be my girl. I thought you loved me. And why you acting? Nah, you can't do that. You fucking up because by default, it's something in her that where she's gonna lose respect off the bat because that's shown. Because again, remember, women are with you because you're strong, because your strength is in direct correlation to her survival. So if you're sitting there being weak, she's like, shit, this motherfucker's being weak. That means that some crazy shit can happen to me. So I can't rely on this motherfucker. You feel what I'm saying?
Well, her thing is like, if we're both holding each other and crying, who got my back?
Right, exactly.
Who can I come and lean on when your bitch ass is leaning on me? It's too much weight for a woman, and quite frankly, it's out of balance, man. Gentlemen, y'all in the chat, whoever watching, and I made videos talking about that shit, and I think we're all in agreement. Women aren't there to be your shoulder to cry on. That's not what they're there for. But yes, but they can come to you and cry all day, but never the other way around.
Right. Real quick, I just want to say what hurts a lot of these young men is that I forgot who said. I think one of y'all said this. That they come here because we're real authentic. You know what I mean? We don't lie and we don't complain, but then they turn us off, and then they get the wrong therapy from these guys. Like I think you were saying, LaCara, the guys that sit around and complain about women.
Mm-hmm.
Complain about the government, complain about family court, complain, single mother this and woman that, and this and that, and it kind of confuses their thought process because what information am I supposed to obtain? And like John was saying, and I always said this: look, if you want to cry, get in your fucking car, drive to the middle of the country, and just cry. I don't boo-hoo if you have to, but after you get done, wipe your fucking tears, put your man pants back on, and get back into the world. Because women want the leadership. They don't want. They want to be emotional. They don't have time to worry about your fucking emotions and their emotions at the same time. Lead me. That's all I want to say on that, man.
Now, real talk. So, guys, make sure you get the like. So we got 373 people watching right now. I only see 160 likes. Come on, people. Come on, you gotta get the likes up for this game. We're probably gonna go another maybe 20 minutes and shit. So. You guys, if you want to call up, the caller number is 516-387-1224, 516-387-1224. So the Paul said men are leaders and they should develop to be a mostly strong masculine, leads the feminine, emotional emotions shouldn't be shown in front of your female partners. Well, that's the thing. And see, that's also a thing where you got to be able to know how to manage your emotions. You're going to be emotional. We're not saying don't have emotions. I think that's what guys get confused. They're like, well, how do I not have them? No, you're going to have emotions. It's natural. It's going to happen. But you have to know when's the right time to express those things, express your emotions. And also you have to think before you do, because see, the difference is women usually do because they feel. They're like, oh, I feel this way, I'm just going to do it. Right? As a man, you can't do that type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? Like that's not something this is why you'll see a woman who will get so mad at a guy that she'll just try to slap him in the face, even though the guy's like 3 or 4 times her size. You understand what I'm saying? Like logically you would, you know what I'm saying? Logically you would probably say the woman should be like, damn, I shouldn't slap this guy because he could kill me. You feel what I'm saying? But they don't give a fuck. And if you notice, you ever see 2 guys about to fight, they usually stalling. They're usually talking a lot of shit because their size. Yeah, they're like, shit. Should I really fight this dude? And the other guy's thinking the same thing. You feel what I'm saying? Because we're really like thinking it out. So even though we feel a certain way, as a man, you're not just gonna go in and just jump on shit. And usually when you do, that's when you fuck up, because you realize that as a man, you know, you're held to a different standard than women. You understand what I'm saying? Everybody holds you to a different standard. And unfortunately, this is what I noticed in the space, is a lot of men don't want to be men, which is why they're you know what I'm saying? They're trying to find
hence the T in the LGBT community.
Right, exactly.
Everybody's so uncomfortable with the realities of their fucking existence. You understand? And I'll be real, like, because I talk to you about this from time to time, Lucario. Like, when you really break shit down, and you're a man's man, and you understand your position in life, you realize that other than like Bulldog was saying, other than like, you know, your close guy friends that you may be able to, like, you know, bounce ideas off of and discuss things with, other than that, you really have nothing to stand on except yourself.
Right.
As a man, these fucking females, bro. These females, look, okay. If you're not contributing to their survival, they have nothing for you.
Right. Facts.
Like sometimes, like when I truly like, I don't know if you guys ever go through this, and I think you do, because all you guys are intelligent. But do you ever notice the more intelligence you feel you gain, it's like the lonelier the world kind of becomes, and not lonely in like a sad, desperate way, but it's like your intelligence just kind of like sets you apart from the masses.
It's like the less and less people you can relate to.
Yeah, because it's like
you can't even have a conversation with these motherfuckers.
Like, I start looking at people who believe in, like, sometimes I start to even question the idea of love. Like, when I really break down game, I really question the idea of love, because I'm like, hold up, a bitch say she loved me, but again, if I'm not contributing to her survival, how much does she really love me though? You know what I'm saying?
She loves you right now.
Yeah, because a bitch will get up and sacrifice. She'll cook. She'll clean. She'll rub my back. She'll do whatever, and that's cool. That's great, and I appreciate it.
Right.
But where's the love though? Where's the love? Because
I don't think women really love a dude. I think they love the ideal of you and what you represent to them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But can they really love you as a person? And I'm not saying women can't. I just find it hard to believe that most women can, unless they benefit.
How can a woman fall in love when all these motherfuckers fall in love with the bitch when they first meet her? No.
Right.
Two is, this is why your bitch was your ex-wife, Lorenzo, because you was weak as fuck. Fuck you doing crying in front of your ex-wife over your goddamn dog, man.
And see, and look at the comment. He says, I disagree with the parent. I cried in front of my ex-wife.
Right.
Think about what you typed out, bro.
Yo, language exposes everything. Language exposes everything.
Right. Oh man, that's funny.
And here's the thing. I'll tell you guys too. Like, if you want to develop some emotional mastery, there's read Stoic philosophy. Read Seneca's letters to Lucilius. That's going to be the best thing. Like, if you become Stoic, and not people think Stoic means not feeling pleasure or pain. That's not what Stoic means. Right. There's a lot more to that. So read into that. If you want an easy introduction into it, read Ryan Holiday's book, The Obstacle is the Way.
Right.
But I'll tell you, there's three things you can do with emotions, right? You can repress them, you can express them, or you can process them. And see the higher level man, right? That's at the level 3 of emotional mastery. What he does is he processes the emotions, right? When you express or you repress the emotions, you're guided by the emotions. Women again, you talk about why women are finicky in love. It's because they love in the moment, right? Women are emotionally driven. Their actions are driven by their emotions. It's not a bad thing. It's a feminine thing. We like that women are like that. That's what fires us up as men, because that brings out the masculine in us. But as men, we need to be driven by logic and our analytical mind. And so we have to, but we still have emotions. We're still emotional creatures. We don't want to turn off our emotions. Some guys figure out that the best way in life is to become numb and not feel anything and turn off their emotions. And that doesn't work very well, because you can't feel any pain, but you can't feel any pleasure, any love either. Right. But what you have to do is you have to learn how to process emotions. What that means is that you feel something, you keep it to yourself, but you allow yourself to feel it, but then you let it go. You say, hey, all right, I'm angry. Okay, I feel my anger. Okay, it seems like I'm not. Or rather, I even use the wrong word. See, words matter. I don't say I'm angry. Say I'm experiencing anger right now, because you're not angry, right? Because if you are angry, then you can only act as anger, right? But if you're experiencing anger, experiencing some emotion, you can process that, and then you can let it go, and then you can still do your action based on logic and reason, even though you have processed and felt the emotion, right? That's the key, is to get to that stage, and it takes time to get there. But once you get there, now see, when you deal with women, you can be, quote, cold. You're not really cold, but you can act cold because your actions are cold. Because even though you may be feeling some shit, you're still acting in the way that you want to act and how you want to come across. It's not, you're not being controlled by her. The reason why game works is because you're doing exactly what you're allowing women to do to you, which is to lead by emotion. See, all game, when you're interacting with a woman, is you are striking an emotional chord with her, and she is being moved by her emotions. All of the things that women do in response to your game is always going to be their emotions leading their actions, right? And so you, as a man, have to be the opposite. You have to be your analytical mind has to be leading your actions. So you have to develop emotional mastery. You cannot be a baby and expressing your emotions or repressing your emotions and be a man, because you're not reliable, right? We don't trust a man that flies into fits of anger or anything like that, because we know that we can manipulate and control him. If I can make you feel something and you act on what you feel, I'm a puppet master and you're a puppet, because I can control it. I can push this button and he freaks the fuck out and gets angry. I can push this button and he has self-doubt and he gets sad. I can push this button and make him envious, right? You can't be like that and be a man and be in control. And we will never trust. A woman won't trust a man as a leader if he can be emotionally controlled and his actions are determined by his emotions, and men won't either.
That's real talk. That's some game for y'all ass right there. That's some real shit. That's some real shit.
It is some real shit.
But the thing is, man, I think, and again, this goes back to what I was saying, is that everything that you're saying as far as being a man and being masculine, that takes effort, work, maintenance, discipline. You feel what I'm saying? And most dudes ain't about that nowadays. They're not trying to hear that. They're like, yo, give me the quick fix. Give me the quick way to lose weight. Give me the quick way to get the girl. Give me the quick way to make money. I don't want to have to worry about nothing. I just need you to tell me how to do it. I need it all done in a week. And if that can't happen, then fuck out of here. I ain't dealing with it. You feel what I'm saying? And that's where the black pill comes in. They're like, well, if I'm just I just got to be good looking, and if that's not the case, I can't get girls, or I have to have a lot of money. If that's not the case, I can't get girls. I gotta have. So it's all these little simple things that they want to happen that actually take work, and they don't want to put in the work, and therefore they don't get the results. And then that's where the bitching and the moaning and the crying comes in, because they're not actually reaping the benefits of what they would have reaped if they were actually really out there being a man and actually self-improving, doing the things they need to do. You see what I'm saying? Because all the stuff we're talking about is because look, it sometimes what happens is that for a lot of guys, it's not a thing where they just wake up and they're able to process those emotions. What happens is you like you said, it takes time for you to be able to do that. It takes time for you to be able to work your mind out. Because I tell guys this all the time. It's not about, because people understand the concept of going to the gym and working out their body so that they can get their body fit and it's sculpted in a certain way where it's a certain type of way. And that takes time for that to happen. The same thing happens for your mindset. When we talk about have the abundance mindset, be confident, all that other stuff, that takes time because you have to work out your mindset just the same way you work out your body. You feel what I'm saying? And then you have to maintain that mindset over time, because you're going to be getting hit with a whole bunch of shit that's can throw you off if you're not constantly working out your mind. You see what I'm saying? And that's the problem, is that you have a lot of people who they work out their mind with a lot of negativity and a lot of bullshit, which is why they're so insecure, which is why they're so all over the place. And they don't even realize that most of the reasons why they are like that is because they're working out their mind with negativity. You feel what I'm saying? They're working out their mind versus working out their mind with something that's going to help them progress. and to condition their own selves to be a winner and to be a champion and to be to get shit popping. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
It's crazy.
You're emotional, bro.
Right.
Mommy.
Can I address something real quick? A comment that was directed at April. King Lee, and this is nothing personal against you. He says, April MC, 80% of divorces filed by women, though, so that could mean, what did it say? So that could mean conditions aren't being met. Look, when y'all use these stats,
Somebody told him.
First of all, let's just think about this for a moment, okay? Now, I don't believe 80% of divorces filed by women, and even if it's true, let's go with that. Have you ever thought that maybe the guy fucked up and married the wrong woman?
Never ever thought about that shit.
Right.
And but again, why are you worried about the next motherfucking man? This is why y'all ain't shit with women now.
Right.
You're worried about the next man. Where's the selfish, conceited, arrogant motherfucker that says fuck everybody else? I'm gonna make it about me.
Right.
What you think by telling April a fucking fact, a fun fact, her pussy's gonna get wet and she's gonna want to leave Lucario for your motherfucking ass because you can mimic what another motherfucker told you on YouTube? Man, put your name, take King out of your fucking name because you disrespecting real kings with that silly shit.
And here's something also. Maybe I'll take it one step further and say, maybe the guy didn't fuck up and marry the wrong woman. Maybe he fucked up and he didn't make her the right woman. You know what I mean? Because he didn't know how. Because women are a reflection of the man that they are with. This is like it's a hard pill to swallow for a lot of guys that have gone through some shit. But if they honestly look at why their shit got fucked up, it was usually because they were weak. That's what it almost always comes down to. And they don't learn the lesson, and then they get into the same shit again. As long as you're weak, then you are going to have a woman that runs you over, that does all kinds. I'm not saying that you can't ever get fucked over in it, and but if you ever think that some shit is not your fault, then you're wrong.
Whoa.
Right? You have to think everything is your fault. Everything, your whole life, because you know why you have to think it's your fault? Because you're responsible for it, whether it's your fault or not. So it might as well be your fucking fault, because no one else gives a fuck. No one else is going to help you out of your situation. It's just you. It's just you. You're the only person who cares about your shit. So you might as well take full responsibility and say all the shit that is in my life is my fault, because most of it is. Most of it is.
Facts.
Well, we simps, dear one. Why the fuck listen to us, bitch?
He's taking a woman's side on divorce.
Motherfucker here. You can always tell motherfucker ain't get no pussy. You can always tell them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You got a deer in this fucking photo. But you fucking that deer or something, son?
I think that's the thing with statistics. A lot of these guys love the statistics because they find comfort in recognizing that other people are going through shit as well. You understand? Right. And it's misery loves company and all that shit. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like statistics give them a place of comfort, because it's like, oh well, 80% of divorces, and so me going my own way and not fucking with women is justified and validated, so I don't have to worry about that and blah blah blah. But it's still like, okay, but what are you doing to fix your own issues, your own problems, Right. And again, right. I'm gonna keep saying this shit. Men, we are the masters of the fucking universe. Everything that happens is our fault. Exactly. Everything. Any problem you have with anything in this world is because men are not doing something about it. So any problems you see with women, men fucked up somewhere.
Wait.
No, go ahead, Steve.
We're not giving power away to you motherfuckers. We're trying to show you how to have power.
Yes.
This is what y'all don't understand. Women ain't gonna do nothing that you don't allow the bitch to do. What part of this don't you fucking weak-minded male motherfuckers understand? She ain't going to look. I always keep telling you, because I don't like you motherfuckers. If she punch you, I want you to her elbow. If she using you, I hope she kick you every day you go to bed. You want to know why? Because you deserve that shit. But then you want to turn around like a female and not be accountable for the fact that you were the desperate, needy motherfucker. Maybe you were the one that got her pregnant. Maybe you were the one that poked holes in her rubbers to keep her where she's at. You motherfuckers always want to put shit on women.
Right.
The guys on this panel, women serve us on this panel. They don't worry about that shit. I would never blame a woman. Only thing we'll blame for her for if she grazed our dick with her teeth. We'll blame her for that kind of shit. Man, fuck out of here.
Let me add this. And see, this is why motherfuckers don't get it. This is why a lot of you motherfuckers talking all this shit about we give power away to women and we never hold women accountable. Are women culpable for the fucked up shit that they do? Yes. We all understand women do fucked up shit. That's besides the point. If you're in a relationship and you really expect a woman to be feminine and submissive and defer to you, anything good in that relationship, if you're going to take credit for that, you got to take credit for everything bad too. Everything bad. Everything. If you get married and you have kids and the bitch leave you for your best friend and the baby really ain't yours, blame yourself for that.
Right.
And it's not to say the chick ain't fucked up. You the man. Look, anytime women fuck you over, there was something in the beginning when you first met that you missed. There was some red flags you overlooked. Maybe you moved too fast. Maybe you took off the condom and shouldn't have because she ain't your wife. I mean, there's so many different things that guys do that lead to their downfall. That lead to their downfall with women, and then you get mad at the woman, but like, she fucked me over. But you fucked yourself over because you chose the wrong chick. Single
mothers are our fault too, because unless she fucking put a gun to your head and took your sperm out of your fucking nutsack and impregnated herself, single parent mothers is our fault too.
I agree.
You understand? I mean, look, fault, responsibility, and power is the same fucking shit. You understand? A lot of guys, I see a lot of videos, you know, on YouTube where guys talking about OnlyFans. I looked it up today. OnlyFans was created by a man. OnlyFans is funded by men.
There you go.
These fucking bitches are making hundreds of thousands of dollars within days because of men. Are we clear? Are we fucking clear? Right. Because dudes would these girls these days, they're such whores. They're monetizing their beauty. Who's giving them the fucking money and the platform?
Right.
Who? I don't know, men maybe.
Lamau, if these women are so whorish like these guys say, then why ain't they fucking? If these women are so bad and so nasty and so easy, why don't y'all have a roster of 10 bitches y'all fucking right now? And you buying 20091, if it's typical, take your bitch ass on, bitch. You don't have to be here, motherfucker. Is what I'm saying. If you don't like it, get your goofy ass off. But you know what? You got an empty fucking bed and you're wondering why. That's why your weak ass is here. So shut your goddamn ass up.
Men, I think men are acting as if pussy's holding them hostage. You understand what I'm saying? It's like we're complaining about all these things from women, like these same guys who talk about baby mama drama and all of this shit. It's like if every man, let's just say every man had a collective consciousness and we understood our power and we made every female earn every position in our life, right? We made any bitch we did, any bitch who ever got pregnant by a man, she had to earn the privilege to become his baby's mother. Would we really have baby mama drama? Think about that shit for 1 second. These motherfuckers is reckless with they seed, B. These motherfuckers is getting the lowest of the lowest quality of bitches pregnant, and they're not even earning the privilege of the cock. You're not even earning the privilege of raw cock. You understand what I'm saying? These chicks are getting raw cock for free. And then a dude would turn around and be like, oh, she tricked me into getting her pregnant. Really?
Right.
Really? So you really trust I think I heard a story the other day where the guy, the girl was supposed to go to the doctor and get the the shot that keeps them sterile. It was you, right? The dude was supposed to. It was your story, right? It wasn't your story. It was actually you, right?
Yeah. No, go ahead and tell it though. Go ahead and tell
it. Exactly. From what I remember, you said something about how she was supposed to go to the doctor and get the shot, and your ass was there fucking the raw, and she didn't get the shot or some shit like that. But she didn't tell you. You see what I'm saying? So just so y'all know the story. So this was a woman I was with.
I'm done. I'm fucking her raw. There was a shot called the Depo-Provera shot back in the day.
Depo-Provera, yep.
Where it lasts like 3 months, 6 months, or whatever, right? Okay, so right before it wore off, I said, look, go to the clinic with Planned Parenthood and get that shot again, right? And she didn't do it. And she ended up pregnant. Now, we ended up terminating the pregnancy, but she ended up pregnant. And when I told that story because the guy said the same thing that the guy was saying about single mothers and all that. And I'm like, no, that was all my fault. Number one, I fucked her raw. Number two, I trusted her to go get this shot. So I'm trusting her with my own sexual situation and my reproductive fluids. I'm trusting this bitch with that. And of course, she don't go get the shot. And the reason she didn't go get it because she wanted to trap me with a baby because she got tired of me going out with my friends. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Guys. Go ahead, Dragon.
No, but I share that story because I wanted the guys to understand I was stupid. I fucked up, but I didn't blame her. I blame myself. Number one, for fucking her wrong. Number two, for trusting her to go get the shot. I should have went with her.
That's what I was gonna say. If you wanted to fuck the bitch raw, nigga, I need to bring my phone and be like, doctor, fucking okay, now stick the fucking needle in so I can see. Okay. And I recorded this shit. What? Yo.
And at that point, I was a horrible leader as a man. I did not lead that situation. I was weak for fucking the raw, and I was not a good leader in that particular relationship. Okay, and that was a learning lesson that I learned later on. But yeah, so and most guys be like, man, it's fucked up that she lied. I put her in position to lie. I gave her the power over me to lie because I trusted this bitch with my shit. I'm supposed to be the one watching out for my sexual health. You cannot trust a woman with your shit.
Right. Yeah. Well, you know what? Why do these guys lie about single mothers? We no one's on this panel telling you to be with a single mother, but let's be honest here. Y'all motherfuckers that are in the panel talking about don't mess with single mothers. When you see a single mother in the gym, which you don't know, you always gawking at her ass. There are single women that you see every goddamn day, single mothers you see every damn day, and you don't even know they're single mothers, and you motherfuckers are thirsty after these bitches. And you know damn well if she was told you she's a single mother, she looked good, and she said she wanted to be with you, you be with her ass, because a lot of you motherfuckers are weak as fuck. So stop lying on your dick, please.
Let's take the kids to the park.
Yeah, let's go little Johnny a ball. Come on, let's go
for a walk.
And here's something for you guys too. If you have a dangerous fucking tiger in a cage in your backyard, right? Mm-hmm. And that fucker gets out and it starts eating children and fucking eating dogs and cause all kinds of fucking chaos. Whose fault is it? Is the fucking tiger's fault or is it your fault?
Right.
See, that's the thing. You're the fucking man. You're the fucking man. You know that you have a fucking dangerous tiger. You gotta make sure that you know what the tiger's capable of, right? That's what we've been telling guys with the red pill. They are aware now. All men should be aware of what the tiger is capable of. Right. So if you decide to take on the tiger and bring the tiger into your house, you better make sure you have a good fucking cage. Like, you're responsible for what the tiger does, not the tiger. You can't blame the tiger, but like, why'd you do this shit? Because that's the nature of the tiger. So that's why it's always your fault.
They want to blame the fever, brother. That's it.
Right. And you know, it's like when I think about this whole thing, I think that's one of the biggest reasons why guys have so much trouble with women is the lack of wanting to take responsibility as a man. So therefore, but they all want the hottest girls. They want the most cooperation, and they want to get their dick sucked every week. But nobody want to do nothing. They don't want to do their end as the man. They're like, well, I don't. Why do I have to? Because I did a video a few months ago where I was talking about how as a man, it's your responsibility to teach a woman how to live. And so I was getting comments from dudes talking about, well, why I got to do that? And why I got to, put in that word? Why I got to, tell her what to do? And I'm like, bro, if you want things to go down with a woman, you have to do stuff. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to do. Like, and that's what I'm saying. Most guys are not prepared to fuck with women, which is why they don't have women now. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want it. It's like they don't either they don't know what to do, and then when they find out what they need to do from guys like us, they're like, nah, why I gotta approach so many women? Why I gotta play the numbers game? Why I gotta approach so many girls just to get one girl? Like I hear this shit all the time from guys. Well, why I gotta approach 100 girls just to get a few of them? Nigga, because that's what you gotta do. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like they want all this shit to go down, but they, you know what I'm saying? They just, they just don't want to do shit.
But they want everything.
LA, we about to end this shit in like 10 minutes. We're going.
Yeah, they don't want to do nothing, but they want everything. Listen, you always like, well, why can't women be? Because they're fucking emotional. They're supposed to be what they are. Unaccountable, emotional wrecks that are insecure, walking insecurities, who have fucking lied, they walk in lies and all that other shit. That's what women do. The problem is a lot of you males are acting like women, complaining, whining. Y'all, you have 6 men giving you messages. Well, Alvy just came in. Alvy, we have 6 men. Y'all more worried about the messengers than even listen to the fucking message. That's crazy.
Facts.
Alfie, what's good, bro?
Alfie, what's popping? Are you on mute?
Oh,
hold on.
We can't hear you.
Gotta unmute yourself.
I just got off my own stream. That's why I had to just boot.
Okay. Got you.
Yeah, the
That's
women,
what's up.
dudes don't know that the women gonna have sex with them because they not paying attention to vibes. They only see with their own ego and what they want to see, and they focus on that. And what they want to see ain't really happening. They ain't getting the feeling behind what they want to see, and that's how they get upset. You feel me? They the reality be in front of them, and they skip over it. They still trying to see what they want to see. Because a lot of times, man, it's just like how I can say, man. So somebody can tell me, like, man, I got this girl, bro, and I text her on Monday and said good morning, and then on Tuesday I said, did you get my message? And on Wednesday I just hit her with the thinking face. So, bro, what you think about this? What should I say next? What do you think, bro? What she ain't gotta tell you. That's the whole thing. He waiting for her to tell him that it's all bad, but her actions is just showing you it's all bad, bro. You didn't hit her 3 days consecutive, and she ain't got nothing for you. You know what I'm saying? Bro, so it's like
you're not seeing reality, bro. You're not seeing it.
Because these dudes take their marching orders from women, bro.
Right.
That's why they wait. They wait for the woman to decide what happens next instead of you controlling the situation.
Facts. Nah, that's real shit. But yeah, man, it's so crazy, man. All this game in this fucking stream, you know what I'm saying? And dudes are gonna listen to it. It's gonna go one ear right out the other. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I just wanna say too that guys will hear us talk about being men, taking responsibility, understanding what we're dealing with in the creature that is the woman, and they'll say, "Oh, we're giving women a pass, and we're doing." No, it's our job to train them. It's our job to tell them how to treat us as men.
Right.
A lot of us are dropping the ball, and a lot of us are being reckless because we want pussy. You understand? We're being reckless with our seed. We're being reckless with our character. A lot of us, we switch up because we're trying to get pussy. We're not willing to, delay gratification in order to get our respect. You understand? A lot of you guys are being disrespected right now, but you're not willing to tell that bitch, yo, bitch, stop fucking disrespecting me. And, I mean, you might not say it in those words, but you're not willing to actually tell her, or like, look, I'll talk to you later, or we got to end this date, or I'm not satisfied with this relationship, so I'm going to have to talk to another female. You're not willing to do that because you're so close to the pussy, you could taste it, and you're not willing to fucking get your respect and cash out because you're willing to fucking put your respect on the table and go all in. Do you understand? What I'm saying is, and then when that happens, the women lose respect for you because you think you're winning when you get pussy by putting your respect on the table. You understand? But when you get the pussy, what the bitch do? She grab all the chips and move it over here.
Right.
And then you put her in a position of power. What do you think is going to happen when you put an emotional, insecure creature in power? What the fuck? Just like the fucking lion in the backyard.
Right.
Do you understand? They're going to run amok in the fucking neighborhood, which is what women do when we leave them in a position of power. We have to understand that the power lies with us. You understand? And so that's why, stoicism, delayed gratification, being able to process emotions, being able to control shit, being able to be willing to tell a bitch, listen, you gonna have to chill because your pussy ain't that important.
Right.
Be willing to tell a, like most men, like a lot of men out here, they're not willing to say that to a broad because it's more important to them to get the pussy than to have a certain level of respect from a bitch. You understand? And it's like that's why a lot of the shit that happens with women and a lot of the fucked up shit that all the MGTOWs and motherfuckers complain about, that's why it happens.
Yep.
That's why it happens. The sun is the man. The moon is the female. The only reason why we see the moon is because the light from the sun reflects off the moon. Right. Okay. We reflect the light onto them. And then like I think Bulldog said it earlier, somebody else said it earlier. The woman is a reflection of us. Whatever the fuck you complaining about women is doing is because we fucked up by not putting the bitch in check when they were supposed to get put in check. So now guys like us, we're let me tell you, the game would be so much easier if everybody, like I said, if everybody made women earn shit. You understand? But it's so many of you guys going to strip club and clubs and tossing dollars. It's so many guys buying bitches shit to get pussy. It's so many guys getting on OnlyFans and fucking, you know what I'm saying? And paying for these bitches to show their ass. So then you have a heavy population of bitches that think that they're valuable when they're really not. No, they just look good. You see what I'm saying? They're just physically attractive, but they have like there was a video the other day on Instagram. Some chick named Sweetie. Shout out to O'Shea because he brought it to my attention. Right? She was like, if your man ain't buying you a Birkin bag and your man ain't paying your bills, you need to kick that nigga to the street. Right. But let me tell you what happened to the video. So she's all up in the camera, and then after she said what she said, she flicked her hair. Right? But guess what happened right after that? This bitch ass nigga Quavo comes into the camera and goes like this.
Right, exactly.
And shrugs his shoulders like. Right. You see what I'm saying? A nigga like Quavo, he's over there buying this stupid bitch bags and spending money on her. When she looked like the type of bitch I wouldn't even spit at. You get what I'm saying?
Facts.
But the point I'm trying to make is you got a dude like Quavo who's actually a simp with money. Allowing that female to think that way. Right. Because if I was there, first of all, my bitch wouldn't be on social media like that anyway, but that's a whole nother story. But let's just say I was there. I would have to call her back into the camera and be like, bitch, what did you just say? Right. Exactly. I'm gonna need you to flip that because I have young girls that might be watching you and they don't need to be hearing that type of message. I need you to redact your statement, bitch. Or you can, or all them Birkin bags and trips and all of that bullshit, that shit is dead because you don't have to earn that. You know what I'm saying? But this nigga Quavo walking up into the camera talking about, right? Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. All right, Quavo's talented, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? He's not a bad looking guy, and he's successful. He has money, but he's still a fucking simp. He's the one that's giving these bitches a pass. Mm-hmm. When we look at women and say it's men's fault that bitches is fucking up in society, we're not giving them a pass. We're recognizing where we went wrong. But a nigga like Quavo, he's giving that bitch a pass because she has that mentality talking about if I'm not getting bags and if a nigga not paying my bills, I'm gonna kick him to the street. What level of quality of bitch is even got it in her mind that she want to kick a man to the street? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And this dude Quavo. Right. Exactly.
Bro, this dude with the deer avatar keep bringing up this shit. He keeps bringing up this accountable shit. See, he didn't listen to nothing we said.
Exactly. He just missed the goddamn thing. He missed the whole fucking point because basically what happens is this: smooth versus dare. What you don't understand is this, bro. If you meet a girl, right? Let's say that same chick, Sweetie or whatever the fuck her name is, right? You meet her next week, right? And she start acting funky towards you from the jump, or she start acting weird, or she's doing some stupid shit. The reason why she doing that is because her ex Quavo, or the dude she was with before, allowed her to do that. So it's the men. It's still on you. You feel what I'm saying? Like if you guys ever notice, if you deal with a chick, right, or you talk to some girls, or let's say even if you try to holler at a girl in the street and you're just real like, you know, chill and courteous, hey miss, how you doing tonight, right? And she got a real stink ass attitude when the first thing that come out of her mouth. The reason why she act that way is because she hasn't been with a guy who taught her how to fucking act when she's talking to a man. Yep. You see what I'm saying? And so what happens is the guy she was with, all he was doing was just trying to get the ass and not trying to get her to understand that she has to bring more to the situation and bring more to the table than actually just be some goofy ass bitch with a fat ass. You see what I'm saying? And so because he didn't do that and he was just trying to get the ass, when she goes to the next dude, she just talks to the next dude like he's nothing, because none of the dudes that was interacting with her actually taught her or trained her or told her how to act towards a man, because all of them was okay with her disrespecting them as long as she was gonna at some point suck their dick. You feel what I'm saying? So that's how that shit go. But let's get this call real quick before we head up out of here. So 512 was popping. Who this?
Hey yo, Alfie, tell this nigga how you gonna let this nigga not show his dick on.
Yo, he's good. Anyway, so like I was saying. And that right there is what we're talking about. These goofy ass niggas wonder why chicks is playing them and acting stupid towards them and disrespecting them, because you got guys like that on the phone who they're not masculine. You understand what I'm saying? They don't know what it means to be a man. You feel what I mean? They don't know nothing about, you know, they talking about, well, we got to hold women accountable. We got a whole woman accountable. Niggas is calling in talking about dicks and all this other shit from trolls. You see what I'm saying? So who needs to be accountable? You understand? You're pointing the finger at women, but goofy ass niggas like that is calling up. You see what I'm saying?
Well, you see, I didn't flinch.
Let me say this to Smooth versus Jared, whatever his fucking name is. Two things. Well, first and foremost, we do hold women accountable. That's why we train them how to treat us, bro. Mm-hmm. See, if you do your work on the front end, you ain't got to worry about the goofy shit happening on the back end.
Right. Okay?
And also, what I believe, Smooth versus there, is that you have this vitriol towards women, bro. So, man, I really believe you got a problem with women. Like, you don't like them or something. I really truly believe that. You know what I'm saying? Because you keep bringing up, we got to hold these women accountable. So, keep broke your heart, and why you still mad at her, bro? You know what I'm saying? Like why you still mad? Because you mad at something. Mm-hmm. Because you keep spamming the chat with that same shit. And all of us done told you about this shit, but yet all that shit is going over here because you're so upset about something and you can't get past it. That's why you can't take in this information.
And why do you think all six of us agree on this? You know what I mean? Like, think about that, man. Like, that's what I would say. It's like all six of us agree on this. Why is that? Why do we agree that men, that we have to take responsibility for everything in our lives, right? What is it? You know, think about. And then here's the thing. What I'll say also, because all these guys that say this hold women accountable, you know what you're trying to do? You're trying to do the same thing feminists are trying to do. You're trying to change the world, but you need to change your world. Stop trying to. You ain't gonna change the whole world. You're not gonna have some big tribunal and hold all women accountable, and then they're gonna repent and you're gonna fucking change. That's not gonna happen. But you can hold women that are in your life accountable. Your women you can hold accountable. That you can do. That's what we're telling you to do. So don't try and change the world. Change your world, okay? And if we all change our world, then sure, then the world will be a better place. But you don't even need to give a fuck about that. If your world is good, who the fuck cares what's happening outside of your world? That all you need to worry is about your own shit. You're so busy worrying about other people's shit. And if some bitch gets away with some shit over here and over there, and worry about your own shit. That's what you need to worry about. And once you get all your own shit straight, then you can start worrying about someone else's shit.
Why is he worried about women? That's the thing. The game ain't even about the bitches. So why are we worried about something that ain't about the game? You don't even know how to walk away. Right. See, the problem is, like K-Zag and Bulldog, we all can agree, you have a vendetta against women. There's something about you. You hate women. I don't know what it is about you. Maybe it's that deer picture you got and shit. I don't know. You mad at Bambi? I don't know what the fuck is going on, but you hate women so much that everything you talk about is bitches. You don't say shit about you. Because I can tell you, look at you even hiding your photo. That's how fucked up you are in the fucking face. You look at you. You heard your photo. You ain't proud of your fucking name. Why would a woman want to fuck with you? But you want to make it about bitches though.
He said, "I do hold women I deal with accountable, but I don't like the throw the blame of every single thing onto men." Ah, Mike, like he don't get it. He don't get it.
He ain't fucking no women.
He don't get it. You understand what I'm saying? See, the thing. This is what he don't get, and we're gonna take 704 in a second, real quick, and then we're gonna have to end this because it's getting crazy late. But anyway, what you don't get, Smooth, is this, right? You should be happy and glad that this shit falls on you, because what that means is like John was saying, is that you create your own reality, create your own story, create your own situation. So what happens is that if you're sitting there like, oh, these women are doing this and these women are doing that, and we need to hold them accountable and yada yada yada, understand is that you created the situation for the chick to be doing the things she's doing to you. You understand what I'm saying? You did that. You know what I'm saying? You created that. So you can create the opposite, meaning you can create a situation where a woman's going to respect you. You understand what I'm saying? And then when you're dealing with a woman and she's on some disrespectful shit, you get rid of her if she is going to, not change, or she doesn't realize she's doing a disrespectful shit after you checked or whatever, and you get rid of her. But in general, what's happening is that you're the one creating those situations. So you need to learn how to vet women. You need to learn how to say, okay, I see that this woman is on some bullshit. She doesn't get past this point. She's done. You understand what I'm saying? And so the thing is, if you end up dealing with a woman, or let's say, for example, I get a lot of dudes that hit me up and they be like, yo, my girlfriend's acting this way, my girlfriend's acting that way, right? I'm like, well, how are you having a girlfriend who's this disrespectful? Because how does she become your girlfriend if she's this disrespectful? You feel what I'm saying? Like, how did she get that position? You gave her that position. So now you're complaining about her being disrespectful, but you gave her that position.
Being held hostage by the pussy.
Right.
Because what in the world is forcing him to stay in a disrespectful relationship?
Right, exactly.
What exactly? Right?
The fact that he don't respect himself.
Exactly. Because if he respected himself, he knew that he could get pussy anywhere, but he don't know that. So he's like, well, I got to stick with this bitch because it's my only source of pussy right now. But what I want to say to this guy is, a lot of guys think like him and they use the word blame, but you have to understand that with blame is another word for responsibility, and with responsibility comes power. And once you recognize the power, then you have the power to change shit. You understand? Right. So, again, language really says a lot. You understand? But the reason why we blame everything on men is because men actually hold all the power. So blame is responsibility, which equals power. And then once you recognize the power, then you have the power to change shit.
And I'll tell you from the flip side again, because I've been coaching a lot of women lately that have been coming to me after the Beauty and the Beast thing. And I'll tell you, I was talking to this girl and she's like, well, what can I do? How can I attract this man? I was like, I'm sorry, sweetie, but there's not much you can do. You're not like, the guy has to come and approach you. She's like, well, can I? I'm like, no, it's like, and she's like, well, what if I give him, what if I say this and then he fails the test, and then I'm like, well, I can't help you there. Like, he's got to be the man. He has to step up. He's got to be, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, you could say, oh, well, women have it easier and all this shit, but I would rather be in control. I'd rather be the one in the position of power, because a lot of women have it. I mean, she's honestly in a situation where she's like she has no control. Like she wants a certain kind of man, but she has to have that man step up to do the right shit in order to make her be attracted to him. Otherwise, she's going to lose attraction for him. Like all these things, right? So she's not in control of those situations. You're in a better position being a man, being responsible. You'd rather have responsibility. If you want to give the responsibility to her, that's fine. But then you're going to be in a situation where you're powerless. And so if you want power, you have to take responsibility. That's those things go hand in hand. So you want to be the king, you got to be responsible for the kingdom. That's how it works. So if you want to be the queen, you could be the queen. That's fine. You want to be the queen bitch, you can be the queen bitch. That's fine. But if you want to be the king, you're going to have to take responsibility. You're going to sit on the throne. You're going to have the scepter. You're going to take responsibility. Your head is on the chopping block. Okay. When the people have an uprising, they're going to come after you and they're going to put your head on the fucking chopping block That's what it means to be the king.
Facts. So let's take this call real quick. 704. 704. What's popping? Who this?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
What's going on?
Okay. I just wanted to ask a question. Before I ask, just give a little context.
Did you donate?
Oh yeah, did you hold on. Did you donate, caller?
To be able to understand.
Hold on, caller. Did you donate?
Oh no, was I supposed to?
Yeah, at the top of the chat, you're supposed to donate. But since it's the last call, we're about to end it. Go ahead, real quick. Go ahead. But next time, donate.
I'll donate too.
Okay, cool. So yeah, donate after.
I will donate. But,
all right, but go ahead.
Basically, what I guess what I'm asking is, because I see a lot of these YouTubers, a lot of people talking about not being not validating women and stuff like that. I wanted to see you guys' opinion on where you draw the line between just not validating women and then because I feel like I want to give compliments too. So what are your thoughts on that? Like, where do you draw the line? I want to
You gotta stop listening.
I feel like
caller, you gotta stop listening to guys who can't fuck.
So where do you guys draw the line?
You gotta stop listening to guys who can't fuck, caller. That's your problem. You listen to guys. Listen, the problem with you. Okay, let me tell you about all 6 guys on this panel. We express ourselves. We don't prove ourselves. That's the problem. See, I don't validate a woman because I'm too busy validating and worshiping my motherfucking ass. I ain't got enough to give to a woman that way. But you know what? If I can compliment a woman. Why? Because that's part of expression. But you guys compliment because you're trying to prove yourself to be worthy enough to get a piece of crumb of her pussy when she wants to give it to you. That's your problem. You're always looking to prove yourself. Men don't need to prove shit. It's nothing wrong with expressing yourself because the men on this panel are not thirsty. We don't worship women. We worship ourselves. And we say that we're arrogant, cocky, conceited. It's all about us. What do you bring to the table? And guess what? I can tell you look good and it doesn't come off thirsty. Matter of fact, you'll smile and blush at me thinking that's the sweetest thing I can do. Last but not least, all 6 of these guys, Colin, let me ask you a question. Have you ever went over a girl's house and you saw a wilted flower on her fucking wall, and you always like, hey, what the fuck is that for? You wanna know why? Because one of these motherfuckers on this panel decided one day to pick a dandelion or a fucking daisy out of the ground and hand it to her ass. And what she does, she cherishes it so much, she'll either put it in her diary or hang it on her wall because she's getting it from a motherfucking man.
Who's all the facts.
I'm sorry, yeah, that's all I want to say.
Well, Carla, the issue is you're so worried about Carla. Hold on for a second. You're so worried about validating the woman. You're actually seeking her validation. You know what I'm saying? Because why else would you be concerned with? Is there a line between complimenting a woman? See, the problem with a lot of guys, they only want to compliment a woman when there's a guarantee of reciprocation. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? That you don't do that, bro. If you think a woman is attractive, you tell her that shit. Okay. Mm-hmm. See, this is what guys want to say. Well, it didn't work. I said she was pretty. It didn't work. I said this about her dress. It didn't work. It's not supposed to work, motherfucker. You just say what's on your mind.
Right.
What's on your mind to the female, and if she's feeling you, it's going to go where it needs to go. If she ain't feeling you, then you just move on to the next chick. But y'all worried about that shit too much because you worried about, I don't want to say too much to her, make her ego big or make her head big. Why are you worried about that shit? Worried about you.
Caller, you just gotta learn how to admire without expecting anything in return.
Yep.
That's all you gotta do, bro. So then, like, if I see a woman who's beautiful and I say, hey, how you doing? You look beautiful today. I can't really say she's stuck up. I can't say because I just wanted to tell her how I felt. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? That's the key. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if you're saying some shit and then she don't say back what you want, you already lost. Just be able to feel something and respect beauty. You can respect beauty. Respect the fact that she got some cute ass feet and she getting her hair and her nails done and all of that. But don't be impressed with it like you never seen it before.
It's right. Not what you do or what you say. It's why. That's the key. So these guys ask all kinds of questions like, oh, should I buy a girl flowers? Should I pay for dinner? No. It doesn't matter. It matters why. Why are you doing it? If you're doing it in order to win her affection or her approval, it doesn't matter what action you do, it's going to come across as needy, and it's going to be you're taking from something, right? That's what your intention is, okay? But if your why is because it is an expression of yourself, because you want to give, you're giving value, then it's a totally different thing, because you're not trying to get something back from that. It's just you pouring out, overflowing, because and that speaks to who you are as a man. Because see, if you can't give what you don't have, okay? And so if you're all full up, because your life is a shit, because you're good, you don't need any validation from anyone else, you can give out validation like that, because it doesn't threaten you. But if you don't have the validation yourself, if you're empty, you can't give it out. You need to take it from other people. So you're like, hey, well, all right, if I give you this, are you going to give me this back? And you're trying to get more out of the bargain. So you got to work on filling yourself up, so you don't think about this, because then you don't care. You're not keeping score. You can't be keeping score all the time. You know what I'm saying? It has to come from a genuine, authentic place. And so it's not what you do. You know, all these guys are trying to figure out what should I do, why you do it. If your why is in the right place, the what won't fucking matter, and you'll know what to do, because the why is what's important. So
Cole, let me ask you this. So you said you was watching some people that were saying to not validate women. Is that what you were saying?
I mean, I guess because a lot of people are like, don't validate women, don't do this, like kind of turning them like you can't say shit to them. So, but I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying with the intention behind it, and it makes sense now with what you're saying.
Right. So, and understand a lot of that shit when they be talking about don't validate. When you hear dudes say that, those are guys who don't understand game, and those are guys who are insecure. Usually, you understand what I'm saying? Usually 9 times out of 10, that's insecurity. You understand what I'm saying? Because what they're doing is and this is what to what John was saying, is that the why you're doing it.
They're turning it into the enemy, kind of. Like that's the kind of like the way I see it. That's like some people I watch their videos and it's like they're mad at the woman, like don't validate her, like and stuff like that. That's why I asked like y'all's opinions on that, you know.
Right. And that's what I'm saying.
Don't turn it into a battle of the sexes.
Right, exactly.
Cry stream. Those are just cry streams, bro. Just call them cry streams.
Cry streams, right. That's what I'm saying. Guys like that don't really know the game. Guys like that, they're doing it out of insecurity, because again, the reason why they're doing it is because they're trying to do tactics and tricks to get the girl to chase them or like them. You understand what I'm saying? So they're doing things not because they want to, but they're doing things because they think this is what they should do in order to get the girl to like them. So the ironic part about that is them saying to not validate the girl is actually validating the girl, because you're trying to not validate her in order to get her. You understand what I'm saying? So you're doing something for her. You know what I'm saying? You're still doing that for her. Right. So it's like it defeats the whole point. You feel what I'm saying? So that shit is stupid. So just, if you see chicks, you want to talk to them, you want to interact with them, do what you're doing. Like what John was saying is that, think about why you're doing it, because it's all about the intentions. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. You feel me?
Okay, yeah, that makes sense, man. I appreciate y'all's help.
All right, bro. Appreciate the call, my brother.
And stop listening to the motherfucker.
Exactly.
Right.
And go donate. Go donate now.
Exactly. Go to the joint and donate. You feel what I'm saying? Go get that shit cracking. So, guys, we about to end this shit. Shout out to CEO in the chat, man. We about to end this, bro. So but tomorrow we got the End the Game podcast with myself, Miles, freshman CEO, and Myron Gaines. But everybody on the panel, you guys could shout out, all your stuff. I guess you can start with I'll start with myself. Fuck it. Guys, go to badboymembership.com. Make sure you join the Bad Boy membership. You get 45 through 90-minute audio and video dating advice tutorials every month. Make sure you go there to check out the Game Kings documentary. It's on there right now. And, and follow me on Instagram at Real Mr. Lucario. All right, so you guys can go ahead. Where else want to go? Oh, Miles, you on? Go
to Instagram at Miles in the Game, THA Game. Okay, and everybody knows why I'm saying that. We don't really need to give any more light to that whole situation. But my name on Instagram again is Miles in the Game, and my YouTube channel is Miles Cunningham. And also go to www.badboymembership.com to get on that Game Kings documentary and to get the Bad Boy membership. It will change your life, and it will make you not ask questions like, and be afraid to validate chicks and all that type of shit. So, yeah, man.
Right.
Just want to say thank you to everybody, guys. Go to themanmindset.com. Also, I just want to let y'all guys know we released something brand new that no one's ever dropped before, a way that you can create your own apartment to be a sexual haunted house for your woman. We got the invitation set up that you can print out, mail out to the women, email or text the woman, and we show you everything to do to set up your whole entire crib to be a sexual Halloween treat for her. Trick or come, we need to call that. And guys, check it out. It's the second hour of the YouTube. Go to themanmindset.com on YouTube as well. Check that out and soak that up, man.
Yo,
Okay.
Everybody, Miles Lucario, K Zaggin, John Bulldog, Uncle Steve. Peace to the chat. Follow me on Instagram at Dominance Mindset Raw Game. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, the Afi Kingdom Podcast. Hit the bell. And until the next time, cop the books.
All right. So KZaggin20. Check me out on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram at KZaggin20. Also, you can check me out at the Patreon, KZaggin20. You know what I'm saying? The shit is all universal. It's you, John.
Well, first of all, appreciate all you guys for having me again. A lot of wisdom on this panel. Really appreciate it. So, glad to be in this company. So, you can check me out, bulldogmindset.com. When you go there, there'll be a pop-up that'll ask if you want to take the Bulldog quiz. Of course you do, because you want to figure out what your Bulldog score is. It'll be from 0 to 100. I'll give you 10 questions, and then I'll help you to raise that score and to step up and unleash that beast that's inside you, become the man. So
that's what's up. All right, guys. So we are out of here. Y'all be safe. Y'all have a good rest of your night, and we are gone. Remember.